but can do it here. Swinging a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang! For 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown! And we are in. Welcome back, everybody. After a few hours of waiting, we are now back. Looks like we got someone in here already. What up, Ian? Birminghampton Rumble Ponies. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all having an amazing day going. Sorry. Lost words there. Welcome in. As we are getting ready for the second game of a 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hello, everybody. Welcome into District Nation. As we're getting ready to watch Foster Griffin take on the Milwaukee Brewers, an offense he hasn't seen yet. Foster Griffin obviously still new to the Nationals, so he hasn't seen too many players from their organization. He's still getting back into the professional baseball swing. He was in Japan a few years ago, so now he'll come in here, see what he can do here, see what is up for him. And just, Chat Ninja right now is not working. I don't know why. I wish it were working, but it is not working. So we already got people in the poll. Brewers in here for some extra innings. I would want the Nationals to win the poll, but I don't think they are today. So that's a bummer, but it's okay. Thanks to everyone who was here last game as well as this game. We had the Marlins and the Tigers game as well as the game we're calling tonight. But tonight is the second game and the first time I've ever called a doubleheader of 2 games. So we got the Marlins and the Tigers as well as the Nationals Brewers game. The Marlins and Tigers obviously was a good game. It was a 6-1 win, but right here we got Nationals baseball. And just to talk about a few things, first off, yesterday's game. Wow. That 9th inning might have been the funniest 9th inning I've ever watched. With the Nationals down, they turned to the bunt. They turned a small ball. And every time it worked. We ran it 3 times. And it worked 3 different times. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've said many, many times on this channel. So, here we go. I'm just going to reload the extension real quickly. See if it's working. And it's not working. Okay, that's completely fine. I will still read your chat messages, everybody. It's just not going to be able to be brought onto the screen like it usually is, but I'm still going to be able to read your chat messages. Tonight, the Nationals see if they could take an offense that's starting to light up, especially with James Wood, who's absolutely doing well right now. James Wood has found something. We'll see if he can keep doing that in the second game of Milwaukee. He went 4 for 5 in that first game, had an absolutely amazing game. So we'll see if he can carry on. Keep chugging, keep doing that as we're about 5 minutes away from first pitch, and I'm going to get you started with the starting lineups and introduce you to this game from Milwaukee, American Family Field. So where this game's game 1, the bullpen was there for the Nationals. And we haven't said that very much. The bullpen was there. And that's not usually the case. The bullpen is not usually there for the Nationals. Sometimes we have a good offense, especially this season. We've had great offense, and then the team doesn't show up. The offense shows up and the bullpen doesn't. Foster Griffin, this is not the first time he's facing a competent offense in the Brewers. He faced the Dodgers in his first game. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Excuse me a moment here. Here we go. We're back. Just had to step off there for a second. Did you see Talia Tagovailoa's big win against the Houston Gamblers? I did not. I haven't checked in on any teams besides the Defenders. So I'll check that out. Ian, I'll check out that win. But honestly, guys, I'm not following the UFL too much. I'm not an absolute super fan right now. I'm following it just for kicks, really. To make conversation with people if I need to, and just for fun. So I'm throwing up the chat here now, so we're good. But thank you so much to everybody who's going to hang out with us tonight for the Nats game. I mean, the keys to the win, the bullpen. If the bullpen can show up the way they did last night, I see no problem you don't win this game. And that was one of the keys, besides the offense. If they don't come in tied to that ninth inning, it's hard. We could have come in 10-3, down 10-3. Instead, we come in tied. The bullpen held off guys for 4 innings. Those never comes. Big third stringer came up clutch. Ooh, a third string quarterback. Reminds me of his brother, Tua. But Tua's a first stringer, about to be a first stringer in Atlanta. So that's going to be interesting. You should tell me what you think of Tua in Atlanta. Probably not going to do well. Here we go. We're going to get going. We're about 4 minutes away. So we're going to start with the starting lineup, starting with the visiting Washington Nationals. Leading off is going to be the designated hitter, James Wood. Batting second is going to be the first baseman, Curtis Mead. Batting third is going to be Brady House. House going to man third base. Batting fourth is going to be Dalen Lau. Lau's in left field. Batting fifth in right field is going to be Joey Weimer. Batting sixth is C.J. Abrams. Abrams finds himself in the position of shortstop. Batting seventh is going to be Jacob Young. Young's playing in center today. Batting eighth is going to be Nasim Nunez. Nunez is the second baseman. And batting ninth is going to be Keibert Ruiz, the catcher. And on the mound for the Nationals is Foster Griffin. He's 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA. Once again, that's Wood, Mead, House, Lyle, Weimer, Abrams, Young, Nunez, Ruiz, with Griffin on the mound. For the Milwaukee Brewers, leading off is going to be Bryce Turang. Turang's going to be the second baseman. Batting second is going to be Luis Rengifo. He's going to be the third baseman. Batting third, a catcher, is going to be William Contreras. Batting fourth is Christian Yelich. Yelich is the DH in today's game. Batting fifth, the Unk, Gary Sanchez, first baseman. Very old, big veteran. Batting sixth is going to be Brandon Lockridge. Lockridge is in left field. Batting seventh is going to be Sal Frelick. Frelick is in right field. Batting eighth is going to be Blake Perkins. Perkins, your center fielder. And batting ninth is going to be Joey Ortiz. Ortiz is your shortstop. And on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers is going to be Kyle Harrison. Harrison is 1-0 with a 2.61 ERA. Once again, for the Brewers, that's Turang, Rengifo, Contreras, Yelich, Sanchez, Lockridge, Frelick, Perkins, Ortiz, with Harrison on the mound. We're just getting ready for baseball right here on District Nation as we're live streaming a Nationals game, live play-by-play, live reaction. Foster Griffin, who's already taken on the Phillies and the Dodgers, will now take on the Brewers. First, he took on the Phillies, where he didn't get shelled. He did well. The Dodgers, he gave up a Shohei home run, so now he knows how it feels to give up a Shohei home run. I feel like that's an entry into the MLB, is giving up a Shohei Ohtani home run. We'll see what Foster Griffin is going to bring that's different to the table tonight. Is he going to bring a new offering to the table? Or is he going to go with what works? We'll see. So it's going to be Wood to lead it off. He's going to hit against the Brewers first. Harrison is going to take the mound. And we'll see Kyle Harrison. Just a little nuggets on Harrison. Harrison wears number 52. He's 24 years old. Career regular season, he has a 10-9 with a 4.30 ERA. 44 games, only 39 of them started. 205 innings worked over his career, 205 strikeouts on the dot. So he strikes out a guy an inning compared to his stats. Last season with Milwaukee, 1-0 with a 2.61 over 2 games. Both of them started. His longest season, probably his most successful, was with San Francisco in 2024 when he got all those starts. He got 24 starts. He worked a lot, and he had an ERA at 4.56. Kind of like a Corbin guy, just an inning eater. Patrick Corbin now is in single-A Dundon. So good for Patrick on finding his way back in to baseball, even though it's in single-A. I wonder if he got called up, if Patrick Corbin got a phone call to AA or AAA even. But right now, he's in single-A Dundon. So currently, he's been recalled. So he's been called. Here we go. About to get underway. It's about 7:10. So we're get going. So we're going to throw on this layout. Put the chat up. Here we go. So thank you to everybody who's going to hang out with us tonight. I will read messages still. I just won't be able to put them on the screen as much. So here you go. James Wood's going to face it then Curtis Mead, Brady House here in the first inning. All right, we go. Kyle Harrison, 2 starts with a 1-0 and a 2.61 ERA this season, 10.1 innings worked, 3 walks with 14 strikeouts, 0.97 whip. So the whip's been decently there. We'll see what he brings to the table tonight. So we're getting ready for baseball right here on District Nation. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. If you're with us here, welcome in. Got a couple people in here. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So we're getting closer to 180 subscribers. We are 1 away. And, of course, the goal is to get up to a lot of numbers, and my big goal is 1,000. But I remember when the big goal was just 100. So Kyle Harrison, he's going to throw you a 4-seam, a slurve, a changeup, and a sinker. He is a lefty. We'll see what he brings. And once again, the Brewers are going to wear their Wisco City Connects, their new ones. Got a lot of color there. But we'll see what they bring to the table. Just your field quickly for the Brewers is going to be Lockridge, Perkins, and Freelick in the outfield, left to right. On the left side of the infield, you got Renjifo at third, Ortiz at short, Terang at second, Gary Sanchez at first, and behind the plate, William Contreras. So here you go, James Wood going to step up to the plate and get this one underway. Here we go. It's going to be James Wood to step up. Having an absolute lighting of hitting recently. Into the line is Harrison. First pitch to James Wood is swung on and missed on a fastball on the inside corner. It's 0-1 at 94 miles an hour. And we are underway right here at 7:12. Couple minutes late for Milwaukee. First pitch was scheduled for 7:10. So they're a couple minutes late. The 0-1. Wood takes a fastball on the outside corner at 0-2. So Harrison going to go right out Wood, who's almost never afraid of getting into a count, though. Wood is always ready to go deep in accounts. The 0-2, low ball 1, it's a 1-2 count. So it'll be 1-2 now. So it'll be 1-2, no outs. Harrison into the line, the pitch, and Wood fouls this one back down the third base side, and it'll be 1-2 again. Wood hitting .268 now. So his average is right back up there. After going 4 for 5 last night, he's absolutely feeling it now. Into the line, here's the 1-2 to Wood. Wood takes a fastball just high. A little out, so to be 2-2. He got saved on that call, so to be a 2-2 count. Harrison, step back windup. The pitch to Wood. Wood grounds this one. This is going to be fielded cleanly by the first baseman. He bobbles it. Gives it to Harrison, and it's off his foot. Ooh, off of Kyle Harrison's foot. He's going to get up, but James Wood is on first to start this game. Now Kyle Harrison is down. We'll see what the call is, but so first baseman Gary Sanchez made a nice play on it, bobbled it a little bit, and then flipped it up to first, and it hit Kyle Harrison in the foot. Kyle Harrison, who played the PFP, right, but that throw was low, got him in the ankle, it looks like. So the official scorer ruling is pending right now. The scorer does have some time with Harrison down. I'm assuming it's going to be an error. Hopefully Kyle Harrison's okay. The trainer will come out and give him a visit. He's leaning on Gary Sanchez and the trainer, it looks like. But hopefully he's okay. He's talking. He's thrown 6 pitches already, and looks like the bullpen is already up. You already got a guy warming up. Kyle Harrison's going to walk around a little bit, make sure he's okay. Got him kind of a little bit up his leg. Is he out of this game? Ladies and gentlemen, I think Kyle Harrison, after facing one batter, may be out of this game. They're going to check on his leg real quickly. A visual on it. Wood talking to Corey Ray, his first base coach here. Sanchez was the one who made the bat throw, the former catcher. Harrison, get his legs working out a little bit. He's got the catcher. or he's got Gary Sanchez, home plate umpire, Dreckman, his trainer, and his manager all around him. A bad throw to Kyle Harrison made him fall to the ground. So, hopefully he's okay. It took a little for him to get up. It took him a minute. We'll see what the call is. And if they give Wood a base hit. I think Harrison might stay in this game. But the bullpen is up and moving already. But he's staying on the field. So I think he might stay into this game. And they did do an error on first baseman Sanchez. So it's an E3, E on Gary Sanchez. So Wood's average won't keep climbing. But here we go. So some claps are coming. I think Harrison might be out of this game. And he's going to get back on the mound. Okay, Kyle Harrison going to get right back onto the mound after hurting a little bit. He's going to throw a few warm-ups. Make sure he's okay. Looks like he's okay, so I think Kyle Harrison might stay in this game. We got a lot of votes for the Brewers. Wow. Didn't expect that many votes for the Brewers. Got plenty of people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're hanging out with me for tonight's game. So Kyle Harrison, I think he's okay after getting hit on the leg, but James Wood reaches on an error. So now Harrison should be pitching on a hurting leg, though, which is not good. He is at 6 pitches. He only faced Wood. We'll see if Kyle Harrison stays in. Trainer's still talking to him. I mean, do you really want to risk it on April 11th when you're a playoff contending team, probably? You're going to be a playoff contending team. I don't know if I'd risk it in that case. We'll see what Harrison does. I guess he's going to throw another warm-up. Just keep throwing warm-up pitches here. Looks like another one's in there. He'll keep throwing warm-ups. These pitches are pretty good. I don't think they're max effort, though. And thank you to that new subscriber. We just hit 180. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. Thanks for helping the channel out, man. Thanks for subscribing. Say what's up in the chat. Be sure to hang out, say what's up, or just hang out with us tonight. We got Brewers Nationals action here, but now we just hit 180. Let's go. Just 20 away from 200 now. So Kyle Harrison will step back onto the rubber. He's going to go back to work. So Harrison, after facing one batter and getting hit on the leg, will stay in this game. Be really a shame if Curtis Mead hit a line drive right back at him. That would not be good. Excuse me a moment here. So here we go. Harrison sets. First pitch to Curtis Mead. First pitch to Mead is right in there, called strike one, and it's an 0-1 count. So Harrison seems to go pretty well. Mead hitting 300. Looks like Harrison's feeling pretty good now. Set at the belt. Takes a look at Wood. The lefty goes to the plate. Mead takes a fastball inside at 94. So the velocity's there for the man Harrison, but see if the control stays. Just a 1-1 count here, a lefty-righty matchup. Harrison the lefty facing Mead the righty. Harrison sets. The 1-1 to Curtis Mead. Mead fouls this one back, and it'll be 1-2. I mean, if you want to get on the board quickly, might as well do it here. So Mark Wegner, the umpire at third, is our crew chief. Nate Tomlinson's at second. Carlos Torres at first, and Bruce Dreckman is behind the plate. Here comes a 1-2 to Mead. Mead takes a slurve low, and it's a 2-2 count now. So 2-2, no outs. Harrison checks on Wood. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch to Mead. Mead grounds this one at the third baseman, who'll go to first with it. Long throw in time for the out, but Wood moves up to second with a 1 out. So Meade grounds out, advancing Wood up to second, and that'll bring up Brady House with a runner in scoring position and only 1 out on the board. House hitting .277 on the season. Harrison sets. Here's the pitch to Brady House. House takes a changeup low. It's a 1-0 count. They'll appeal. No, says first base umpire Torres on the swing. House hitting .277, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and .814 OPS. He likes this stadium, though. First and second career home run were here. The 1-0. He swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 1-1. That was in the zone. Harrison comes set. Here is the 1-1, and House swings and drives this one down the right field line, but it's foul, so it'll be 1-2 now. 1-2, 1 out. House getting ready to go. Kyle Harrison comes set. 1-2 to House. House takes upstairs with a fastball, and it's 2-2 now. Manager Blake Butera seems to be wearing a sweatshirt tonight. No uniform on, as usual. He is never wears the uniform on field. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded foul down the third baseline, so we'll do 2-2 again. So 2-2, 1 out. Harrison comes set. Clock ticking down to 5. He delivers to House. House swings and hits it out to right field. Under its free lick, he makes the catch. Wood headed over to third. The throw is cut off by shortstop Ortiz, and Wood is into third with 2 outs now. So House moves Wood to third on the fly ball. So now there's 2 outs. So now runner at third with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Dalen Lyle, the left fielder. House hit that pretty well, but that was probably what you wanted there. Wood advances up to third. So now that'll put Lyle up to the plate with a chance for an RBI here in the first. Wood leading away from third. The lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Lyle is inside, ball 1 with a fastball to 1-0 count. Lyle's hitting .263, no home runs yet, but a 5 RBIs. Here's the 1-0 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls it down the left field line, and it's a 1-1 count. Just kind of got jammed on that one. So it'll be 1-1. So 1-1, 2 outs. Lyle trying to get something done. Here's the pitch to Lyle. Lyle swings and hits it up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. He goes to first. In time for the out. On the 6-3 ground out by Lyle will end the inning, stranding Wood at third. So no hits, an error, no runs. So they get zeros in all the columns except for error, which they get 1, and they leave a man. And now it's Washington 0, Milwaukee coming up. Wood to the bottom of the first. It's going to be Bryce Terang, Luis Rengifo, and William Contreras to hit in the bottom of the first. What's up, Rising Rhino? He says, District Nation. What is up, Rhino? Rhino, Chat Ninja isn't working, so I can't put your message on the screen. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. So we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be Bryce Terang to lead it off. But thanks for tuning in, Rhino. Thanks for helping out. If you want football content, head over to Rising Rhino. He's got you with all football streams, everything. He's got you with his hometown teams, and he brings you UFL and the CFL and college football. What more can you ask for as a college football fan, or even a football fan in general? anything more than Rising Rhino. There's nothing better than Rising Rhino. So look at the team stats real quickly. And still, in runs, the Nationals are third in runs still, behind only the Astros and the Dodgers. So, yeah, buddy. Thank you, Rhino, for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. Got plenty of people in, so be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel a little bit. Help us hit 180. Or we already hit 180. Help us hit 200 subscribers. So it's going to be Bryce Terang to lead it off. Terang took a few games off when he was day-to-day. So here we go. Foster Griffin will take the mound. 2 starts, a 1-0 record. 2.70 ERA. 10 innings worked in both his outings. Has worked 5 innings. That's a fastball that touches the outer part of the zone at 0-1. Griffin comes set. Here's the 0-1, and this one is chopped on the ground to the second baseman, Nunez. He goes to first with it. Terang hustling, but he beats the hustling Terang to the bag for out number 1 on the throw. Sets Terang down. So saying Foster Griffin worked 5 innings in both his outings, first against the Phillies, then against the Dodgers. So in both his outings, he has worked a perfect 5. Now to be Luis Rengifo hitting 154. Rengifo mans third base today for the Brewers. First pitch is inside ball 1 with a cutter at 87 miles an hour. See what Rengifo can bring to the table offensively. Griffin sets. The 1-0. This one is swung on and missed on a cutter, and it's a 1-1 count. Almost at 200. There you go. Thank you, Rhino. Just this close. Only got a few more to go. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball out to right center. Lyle going back, or that's Weimer, and he makes the catch, just running onto the track for out number 2. That's Joey Weimer, Lyle's in left field. Joey Weimer makes a nice catch in the corner. So now they'll bring up William Contreras, the catcher, to hit. Great catch there by Joey Weimer. He's been a good glove so far in the season. Foster Griffin steps back onto the rubber. Takes a look at Contreras. The righty, time called by Contreras immediately into his at-bat. Coming set is Griffin, the pitch. That's a sweeper that can't find the bottom part of the zone. It's a 1-0 count. That was a good sweeper, though. Had a lot of good movement on it. Got a lot of Brewers fans here tonight, or just people who voted for the Brewers in the chat. I need to change that image on the screen. So it says that we're at American Family Field. So it'll be a 1-0 count. So now it'll be a 1-1. Here's the pitch. Is outside, ball 2 with a changeup. It's a 2-1 count. So just go here. Delete. Wait, no. So I want to put it there, but I'm just going to hide it. And then drag this one in. 2-1 is in there, called strike 2. So there we go. So that's the layout I wanted to make it look like I'm an American Family. Here we go. So it'll be a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Griffin comes set. He works exclusively out of the set. The 2-2. So you're going to chop foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. So it'll be 2-2. Coming set's Griffin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. So I just wanted it to say American Family instead of a different one. So it'll be 2-2. Griffin comes set. He delivers. Swinging a fly ball out to center field, pretty deep. Young getting under it, just a few steps in front of the track, and he makes the catch for out number 3 to end the inning. Settle in the inning after 1 inning. It's Nationals 0, Milwaukee 0 as we head to the second inning. So here we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're with us, for whatever reason you are, maybe you're with us to watch the Brewers. Maybe you're here to watch the Nationals. Maybe you're just here for some baseball. Thanks for tuning in with me tonight. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're getting close to 200 subscribers, so please help us hit that. Maybe you're here from Dr. Delay. Delay called this game yesterday. I could not call it. I was getting home from an event. Be sure to hit that like button. We're already at 4 likes, so be sure to hit that. And I hope you all like this layout. I had to change it up just a little bit so it didn't say anything, or it didn't say Nationals Park on there. I wanted it to say American Family. So I changed that in time. So we go. It's going to be the top of the second inning. It's going to be Wiemer, Abrams, and Young to start the second. Joey Wiemer to lead it off for the Nationals. Looks like Ken Griffey's at the game. Wiemer, who started the season absolutely red hot. We'll see what he can do to add on. Had an absolutely amazing start to the season. Wiemer, Abrams, and Young. A righty, lefty, and then a righty against this lefty matchup. Good thing the Nationals have a good amount of lefties and righties, so they can go to both. So into the wind, Kyle Harrison, the pitch to Wiemer, and he swings and fouls that one off of himself, and it's going to be 0-1. Immediately fouls that one off himself. Wiemer hitting .429 after that really hot start. The pitch to Wiemer. He swings and fouls this one back, and it'll be 0-2. Wiemer just had an amazing start. Had that home run in opening day, and then just continued to rake. Didn't really look back. Didn't really need to look back at all. Here's the pitch to Abrams. Swing and a miss, and Wiemer is down swinging on the K. Strikeout number 1 for Harrison tonight. First strikeout of the game at all. So now that'll bring up C.J. Abrams in a lefty-lefty matchup to face Kyle Harrison. Hitting .311 and having an absolutely amazing RBI season. The pitch is swung on and missed on a slurve, and it's an 0-1 count. Doing great with the RBIs, 15 of those. Because he's hitting in the mid part of the lineup, so he's a chance to drive in so many more runs. Harrison to the wind, the 0-1 to Abrams. He swings and drives it right at the third baseman, caught for out number 2 on the line. Right to the third baseman, Rengifo, for 2 outs. On the line out to him in the shift. So now that'll bring up Jacob Young. Jacob Young hitting a perfect .250. Right on the dot at 1 home run, 5 RBIs, and a .732 OPS. Here's the pitch to Young. He takes a fastball in there at 94 miles an hour, and it's an 0-1 count. Harrison's really going after the hitters right now. After that little banged-up incident, he's just going to work. Into his quick windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and outside with the four-seamer, and it's a 1-1 count. Harrison goes in the wind. Here's the pitch to Young. Swinging a line drive, caught by Rengifo again. So he catches 2 line drives. The first one right to him. The first one he had to range over a little bit, and that'll end the inning. So now we'll head to the bottom of the second inning, and it is still Nationals 0, Milwaukee 0. It's going to be Christian Yelich, Gary Sanchez, and Lockridge, the left fielder, to hit for the Brewers. If you're a Brewers fan, I welcome you. Maybe you're just visiting for that, for us. If you are just visiting, I welcome you in to District Nation. We cover a lot of sports here. Covered a game earlier today with the Tigers and the Marlins. We'll be back next weekend with more sports action. We will not be coming live on Sunday. We'll be live next weekend, though, for the next Nationals homestand, probably the Saturday and Sunday game. So it's going to be Yelich to lead it off against Foster. We'll see how Foster Griffin pitches against one of the older, better hitters in the MLB. Always been a dominant hitter. For the last few years, Yelich battled injuries, but he managed to come back and still be a good hitter. Be a very good hitter and be a dominant hitter and then a leader for the Brewers all this time. Got a few Nats fans peppered into the stadium for this game. They're showing them on the screen. Got a few Nats fans here. Always fun to see Nats fans in visiting stadiums. So your first pitch from Foster Griffin's a sweeper that bends in there, called strike one at 79. Finds its way back into the zone. Yelich hitting .340. Griffin sets. The 0-1. Yelich takes a fastball up high, and it's a 1-1 count. In the past, the issue that Foster Griffin has is the second inning. So we'll see if that issue peppers off just a little bit. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be at the second baseman, Nunez. He goes to first in time for out number 1 here in the second inning. Sets a first out, and it'll bring up Gary Sanchez, the first baseman. Excuse me there. It's going to be Gary Sanchez, who's gotten a lot bigger since his time with New York, where most of his dominance was. First pitch to Sanchez is a curveball that bends in there, called strike one on the outside corner. Griffin is calling his own pitches for the game tonight. He's using the pitch comm on his belt. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a sword swing there on a curveball in the dirt. Gary Sanchez takes a terrible sword swing there, and it's an 0-2 count. So Sanchez will call his timeout here to readjust his batting glove. Sanchez hitting .263, 3 home runs, and 5 RBIs with a 1.154 OPS. So he's been dominant with the OPS. The 0-2 is just outside with the... Oh, yes, it's in there. But a challenge is there, so it's going to be a ball because that was outside of the zone. Thought he might have had it there, because he wouldn't have challenged it, but he is going to challenge it, and the pitch is a ball. It is a ball, so it'll be a 1-2 count. That was off by 2 inches. Wow. 1-2 count. 1 out. Coming set to Griffin. The 1-2. It's down low with the splitter, and that evens the count up at 2-2. 2-2, 1 out. Griffin steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Sanchez, and it's down low, ball 3. That fills up the count. The cutter isn't a pitch that's been in the zone much. The fastball and the sweeper have found their way into the zone. The splitter tends to be in the zone, but the cutter has been out of the zone a little bit. The 3-2 is inside, ball 4, and Gary Sanchez is going to take a walk here to start his day. Foster's problem in his first couple starts weren't walks. It was more the hits. They were tagging him a little bit, but they were getting it to people. So if Griffin can find the barrel, he actually does well because they're not hitting it hard. So now it'll be Lockers, the left fielder, who's hitting .290. Griffin sets the pitch to the righty. It's a curveball that hangs upstairs. It's a 1-0 count. Brandon Lockridge has 4 RBIs on the season, has a 6.76 OPS. Foster Griffin sets. Here's the 1-0. That's a faster changeup that bends in there, called strike one, on the inside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. Just a reminder that the scoreboard is a little ahead of me, the one right next to me. Let me make the call. No spoilers. That's really the only rule here. Anything else goes. Coming set. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 1-2 now. Nationals, I haven't mentioned, are wearing their road grays with Washington inscripted across, red, white, and blue trim. And as mentioned before, the Brewers are wearing their New City Connects with Wisco written on it. With a lot of colors, I don't even know how many trims there are. At least 4. The 1-2. Swing a ground ball. This is to third baseman House. He goes to second for out number 1, and that's all they'll get. So we get the out at second, and Lockridge will reach on a fielder's choice. So Brandon Lockridge now stands at first, but Sanchez is out. So there's 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Sal Frelick, the right fielder for the Brewers. The Nationals last year played the Brewers towards the end of the All-Star break, or towards the beginning before the All-Star break, and Brady House had his 2 first career home runs. First pitch from Griffin to Sal Frelick is down low with the cutter. It's a 1-0 count. So Brady House obviously probably loves this stadium. We called that game, so one of my first broadcasts was that game. Frelick hitting .225. This series, he's 0 for 3, though. The 1-0 from Griffin. Just down low with the sinker. It's a 2-0 count. So 2-0, 2 outs. Coming set is Griffin. He delivers. It's in there, called strike 1, and it's a 2-1 count. 2-1, 2 outs. Runner at first is Lockridge. Not too much of a threat to steal. I wouldn't imagine him to steal. Griffin sets. The 2-1 pitch. This one is driven out to right field, going back as Weimer. Couple steps in front of the track. He makes the catch for out number 3, inning over. So that finishes 2, and there's 2 zeros for both the teams in the books. We'll head to the 3rd inning. Nationals 0, Brewers 0. A lot of people voting for the Brewers in the poll. Didn't know we had so many Brewers fans pulling up for today's stream. I'm completely fine with that. If you're a Brewers fan, welcome in. We did a Brewers game earlier last year against the Nationals. And thanks for hanging out with me watching this Nationals game. Or as you think of it, a Brewers game. We're going to get going to the 3rd. It's going to be Nunez Ruiz top, so Nunez Ruiz Wood. If there's runners on base for Wood, I think the Nationals could score some runs. Maybe Nasim Nunez or Keibert Ruiz can find a way on base. Top of the 3rd. Here we go. Nunez to lead it off, the switch hitter, so he'll hit from the right side. 2 switch hitters coming up who will both hit from right side, and then Wood, the lefty, will hit. I could see Nunez rolling one down here, letting a bunt roll. Nunez is a good bunter, and he's so fast, and he was a part of the bunt brigade last night. He's one of the guys who scored. So he had his way through there. Here we go. Top of the 3rd. It's going to be Nunez to lead it off. First pitch to Nunez. He squares to bunt. Gets it down the first base line. No one's covering the bag. The throw gets away from the second baseman. Rounding first, headed for second is Nunez. He will be gunned out, headed for second. Not good base running there by Nunez. That throw went off of the hand of someone, and Nunez went running for second and was gunned out. I don't know what Nunez is talking about here, but something's going on. So he lays down the bunt, runs down the first base line. The throw gets away from the second baseman and goes off the umpire, and Nunez runs into the umpire and then was thrown out at second. So I think he's mad about the umpire getting in his way because he thinks if the umpire didn't, he would have been at second base. And he's gunned out as well. Yeah, he says there's obstruction, but there is not. So he got the air, and then he gets out going to second. So there's one out now. I thought Nunez would bunt, and he did, but it just didn't work. So now to be Keibert Ruiz. So reaches on a soft bunt error. So they haven't actually done that yet. Here's the pitch to Ruiz, and Ruiz takes a fastball in there, called strike one. It's an 0-1 count. Nunez wanted obstruction because the umpire got in his way. They'll check swing no, says first base umpire Torres. Now we got some people voting for someone besides the Brewers. Yes, we got Nationals votes. Let's go, finally. Here's the 1-1, and that is outside. It's a 2-1 count. Should be a 2-1 now, with one out. Reese swings and fouls it down the first base line out of play, so to be a 2-2 count. I think that he might give Nunez a base hit here. Here's the pitch, and that's low. So they're just giving him a out at second, 3-4. After the bunts. That's confusing. That's all they're giving him. Reese hitting 174 with a home run and 5 RBIs thus far. He's 0 for 2 on this series. Here's the 3-2. He's going to chopper to the third baseman, Rengifo. Takes it, fires over to first in time for out number 2. So that'll bring up James Wood. Last night, all that bunt chaos happened, and Nunez was a part of it, one of the scores. Because Nunez is incredibly fast. So now to be James Wood, who did not get the bunt signal as he takes a fastball in there called strike one tonight or last night. He was raking last night with a 4 for 5 day. And he has a 263 average with 4 bombs. So he's the guy right now for the Nationals. Wood takes a fastball in there called strike 2. So it's no 2 count. Oh, 2 outs. Harrison in the wind, the pitch to Wood. Low and outside with the slurve, trying to get him to chase, but he lays off, so to be a 1-2 count. Here is the 1-2 to Wood. The pitch. Wood takes a fastball on the outside corner, and that makes the count 2-2. Harrison trying to get that outside corner. Does not work on Wood. Wood will drive it, or he'll take it. So, either way, it's a bad outcome. Harrison approaching 40 pitches now. The pitch. Wood check swings and fouls it off on a pitch way inside. Just got a piece of it. Is he saying it hit him? Okay. Wood's... So I think, looking at the replay here, Wood thinks it hit him in the elbow. So I think Wood's on first now. They're saying it hit him. So Wood's on first on a hit-by pitch with 2 outs. That'll bring up Curtis Mead with 2 outs and a runner on first after the hit-by pitch. So Wood's advanced both times without a hit. Here's a pitch to Mead. Mead takes a ball down low. It's a 1-0 count. So Wood advances on an air and then advances on a hit by pitch. So he hasn't done it on a walk or a hit. He's done it on an air and a hit by pitch. David Hartman, let's go Nationals. What's up, David Hartman? 181 subscribers. Thank you. That's inside. It's a 2-0 count. Thanks for tuning in. David Hartman, 5513, saying let's go Nats. Finally, we got a Nats fan in here. What's up, David Hartman? And we got 0-0 here in the top third. Mead on a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch to Meade. Meade takes a sinker in there, called strike one. Thanks for hanging out with me, David. And let's go Nats. That's great. We got Nats fans in here. Harrison comes set, takes a look at Wood. Wood's the only runner he's had so far. The 2-1 Wood to Meade, and he swings and fouls that one down the first base line hard. I think everyone loves the Nationals. How can you not love the Nationals? David Hartman, let's go. Yes, let's go Nats. Coming set is Harrison. Here's the pitch to Meade. Meade swings and fouls it down the right field line again. Just remember, ESPN is just a little behind me. Let me make the call. No spoilers in the chat. Wood leading away from first. What's up at District Nation? Listening while watching my Flyers. Thank you, Pure Gentleman Sports. What's up? What's up, District Nation? That's high, ball 3, and it fills up the count to 3-2. What's up, District Nation? Listening in while watching my Flyers. Thank you, Pure Gentleman Sports. Guys, remember, check out Pure Gentleman Sports for all things. He watches Flyers as well. He does live play-by-play for that. He does the Johnnies as well. Mets. He's got you for the Jets, if you're a Jets fan. I'll make it a 3-2 count. Harrison sets. 3-2 goes over to Wood to check on Wood. He's back in safely. Excuse me. Back to checking on Wood. Had a mini cough there. Coming set is Harrison. He now has a 3-2 count. He delivers to Meade. Meade takes high, ball 4, and 2 free passes issued in a row by Kyle Harrison, and now there's runners on first and second with 2 out. And now William Contreras will go visit his pitcher. So the meeting is over. Just had to step off screen there for a second. It'll be Brady House with a runner on first and a runner on second. Meade at first, Wood at second in scoring position. And be sure to check out Pure Gentleman Sports. He's got you for sports every day. During the summer, I have you 7 days a week, hopefully, but for now, it's mostly weekends and off days. The pitch to House is low and inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count with 2 outs. House had a good day here a year ago. Let's see if he can remake that. Harrison comes set. 1-0 to House. He swings and drives one out to left center, but getting in the hole there is Lockridge and Perkins. It's going to be Perkins to make the catch for out number 3, inning over. So that'll end the inning. So on a fly out to center. They don't get any hits, but they leave 2. No hits still through 3 innings of Nationals offense. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. And it's now National 0, Milwaukee 0 still. And there is a 0 in both columns for both teams, and usually the second column you see, if you can deduce what I'm trying to say there. But thanks for tuning in, David Hartman, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. And thanks for hanging out with us. If you're a Nats fan, the primary team for me is the Nationals. They're the one team I love the most and the one team I call the most. So it's going to be Perkins, Ortiz, and then Terang for the Brewers in the bottom of the 3rd. Foster will head out for his 3rd inning of work. I'll see if the Nationals can keep holding the Brewers. They did well yesterday from the bullpen, came out and actually did well. And I think the Mets lost today. They gave up a lot of runs to the A's, but the Nationals usually do that. And they've started the past couple games, start limiting down the bullpen. It's just the bullpen. And we sent down Granillo to AAA Rochester. He got optioned. So that's one guy, but there's still a bunch of guys there. So if the Nationals want to contend in a couple years, they got to figure out the bullpen. So here we go. Bottom of the third. Looks like Bernie standing alone, the Brewers mascot, waiting to go down the slide at American Family Field. He's all alone. Foster Griffin will go to the plate. That's in there, called strike one to Perkins, who's hitting 148. So it's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down. He got it down fair into foul ground, and it'll be 0-2. So it'll be 0-2 with no outs. No outs. Bernie is standing down there. He's standing up in his house. He's waiting to go down that slide. He wants to go down it, but the Nationals do not want him to. Griffin. Waiting. He comes set at the belt. His 0-2 delivery is high with the fastball, and it's ball one. Griffin usually doesn't do that. He usually doesn't challenge hitters with a high fastball because he knows he doesn't have the absolute weapons to do that. But at the same time, he'll throw through the slurve. Here's the pitch, and this one is chopped right back to Griffin. He makes a nice play off the mound, fires over to first in time for out number one to start the bottom of the third. That one pulled Griffin off the mound slightly, but he was able to go to first in time for out number one here in the bottom of the third inning. So now that'll bring up Ortiz, the shortstop. It'll be the shortstop, Ortiz, a guy known for his glove, and that's in there, called strike one with the cutter from Griffin. Griffin just looking to probably go 5 in this game. He's in the past, that's all he's done, just went 5 innings, did well in those 5 innings, and got out of the game. Griffin sets the 0-1. Swinging a chop back foul, and we'll do 0-2 now. Joey Ortiz hitting .242. No home runs yet. He has 3 RBIs and a .528 OPS. Griffin sets. The 0-2 coming is just outside with the sweeper, and it's a 1-2 count. So it's a 1-2. Griffin calls his pitch on the pitch gum. He's calling it to Ruiz. So he, the pitcher, is calling his own signals. The 1-2. Swinging, he pops this one out to shallow left. It's going to be Dalen Lyles' ball. Just has to move in a little and to the right, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Bryce Terang, who's 0 for 1. Bryce Terang, the second baseman in today's game, grounded out to start his team's offense. Thanks to everyone who's in here right now. We got a ton of viewers in here. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Griffin sets. First pitch to Terang. He swings and misses at a cutter, and it's 0-1. Terang steps back up. He's hitting .268 with a home run, 7 RBIs on his .900 OPS. He was on Team USA during the World Baseball Classic, the 0-1 lone outside, and that makes it a 1-1 count. Coming set, the pitch is inside, ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count on the sinker. Griffin uses the sinker almost as much as he uses the fastball. You'll see usage from both of them as a normal pitch to try to locate a strike. Not as much with the cutter, though. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a cutter. Low in part of the zone, and it's 2-2. He got him with the cutter. So it'll be 2-2, 2 outs. No runners on base. Griffin sets. 2-2 is called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him there, and that's strikeout number 1 for Griffin to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Foster, and there's 3 zeros in the book for the Milwaukee, and it's Washington 0, Brewers 0 as we head to the 4th. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that channel. We'll be back in just a minute. And here we are back with the fourth inning. It'll be Lyle to lead it off, and then Joey Weimer, and then C.J. Abrams for the Nationals in the fourth inning. First off, it'll be Lyle. Harrison back into his fourth inning of work. First pitch to Lyle. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, and it's 0-1. Lyle still looking to break out a little bit in 2026. Had an absolutely amazing 25. Still looking even for a triple even. The 0-1. He swings and fouls it down the left field line. He had that amazing end of season with 11 triples. Maybe he'll be a second half guy that just comes alive in the second half. He's had the average a little bit there with 270, but still looking for that boost of power. He's hitting the ball hard right now. Here's the 0-2 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls it off again, and we'll do 0-2 again. Almost identical place with the foul ball. You remember with Dalen Lyle, spring training 2024, fell over at, and that's low ball one, fell over a fence at the Red Sox spring training home. And 182 subscribers, we just gained one. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. Lyle fell over the fence trying to get a ball, and he missed it. The 1-2. Lyle swings and grounds this one to the second baseman Terang. Goes to first in time for out number 1 here to start the fourth. Lyle was okay, but was injured for a little while. Spent a lot of time recovering, and now here he is in 2026 hitting cleanup for the Nationals. Crazy how time flies. And a guy whose time has flown through will hit now in Joey Weimer, who's hitting .414, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Weimer. Swinging a fly ball into right, getting under its free lick. Didn't have to move too much, and he makes the catch for out number 2 here in the fourth inning. So now that'll bring up C.J. Abrams, who lined out in the second inning hard to the third baseman, Rengifo. So now we're getting close to 190 because we're 182. Now we got to start thinking about 190 and 200. Harrison shakes off a few times. He's got a signal into the line. The pitch to Abrams. Out with the slurve out of the zone, and it's a 1-0 count. .304 average for Abrams, 4 bombs. So he's been doing well. The pitch to Abrams is low, or in there with a slurve, and it's a 1-1 count. Thought that one was out of the zone, but it's in there. The 1-1 sword swing, and he doesn't get it, but he sword swung at the slurve, and it's a 1-2 count. So all you're seeing is the sword right now. And all you're seeing is the slurve. Here's the pitch to Abrams. He takes a slurve low and out. So Kyle Harrison is coming at him with these slurves. He's got to know a slurve is coming. I'll bet you either a fastball is coming or a slurve is coming. Harrison into the line. 2-2 to Abrams. He swings and pops this one into left center field. That'll drop for a base hit in front of Lockridge. There goes the no-hitter. The Nationals break it up in the fourth. So Abrams is on first. The first hit of the entire game comes in the top of the fourth from C.J. Abrams. So what an appropriate guy for it to come for. It's got to be Jacob Young with a runner on first and 2 outs. Now we're starting to get Nationals fans in the poll. Here's the pitch to Young. He swings and fouls this one back, and it'll be 0-1. Leading away from first is Abrams. Harrison comes set. He delivers, and Young takes a slurve inside, and that makes the count 1-1. 1-1, 2 outs. 242 average, 1 home run, 5 RBIs for this 710 OPS. Young facing Harrison. Here's the 1-1. This one is flied down out of play, so it'll be 1-2 now. 1-2, 2 outs. Just a reminder, this game started 2 minutes late at 7:12. Started a couple minutes late. Young facing Harrison. Goes over to first on the inside move there. Goes back over, back in safely is Abrams. Or not the inside move, just the gunslinger there. So it'll be 1-2 again. 63 pitches for Harrison now. The more he focuses on Abrams, though, the less he focuses on Young. The 1-2. Goes back over to first, but Abrams caught in a pickle, and he's out. Abrams dead to rights, and he's tagged out as he didn't even try there. And he's out on the 1-3-6 in the pickoff. So that'll end the inning, and Young will now lead off the fifth. One hit in the inning, no one left on, and now through 3.5, it's Nationals 0, Brewers 0. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be Rengifo, Contreras, and Yelich in the bottom of the fourth inning. Thanks to everyone who's already tuned in to today's broadcast. I appreciate you coming in and listening to the Nationals and Brewers game tonight. And we just broke 100 views. Let's go. It's already broken the 100 mark. In our last stream today, we got 342 and had a lot of people come through towards the middle of the game. A lot of our streams we've been breaking 100 lately. So next weekend we'll be back with the Nationals and the Giants possibly. That'll probably be, well, we stream that or minor league game, but it'll probably end up being the Nationals game. We'll check on other games in a second. Just a score update here. The Tampa Bay Rays are beating the Yankees 2-1. Boston, Seattle just got underway at 0-0. Cleveland is beating Atlanta 1-0. Baltimore's beating San Francisco 2-1. And Colorado and San Diego are about to get underway. Got a couple other games. So Abrams probably pretty angry after getting gotten out in that double. In that pickoff, he was on the run. First pitch is in there with a curveball to Rengifo, and it'll be an 0-1 count. So it'll be an 0-1 here. Here's a pitch to Rengifo. Swinging a ground ball. This one is fielded cleanly by House on the run. Fires over to first in time for the out. Nice there. Nice play there by Brady House. Hit by the fellow third baseman right over to him. But he makes a nice play over to first. So now that'll bring up William Contreras. He's over one with a flyout. Foster Griffin sets. Here's the pitch. Is high and outside ball one with the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 0 for 1 with a flyout. On deck is Yelich, the big man. Here's the pitch, and that's a cutter that's out of the zone, and it's a 2-0 count. So it'll be 2-0 here. Griffin sets. The 2-0 pitch. It's in there, called strike one, but they're... Oh, he didn't ABS. He just hit his bat. Excuse me just a moment here. Excuse me for having to step off every so often. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low ball 3 with a 3-1. I just have a few times where I need to step off and cough or something and get a sound out or something. Usually it's a cough. So it's the pollen going around. So I'm just trying to deal with that. Griffin sets. The 3-1 to Contreras. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 3-2 now. So I have to step off every so often, just get off camera, let a cough out. Just do that so I don't have to do it on camera. I hope everyone understands. But I'm still hoping to call this entire game no interruptions during the actual game. So it'll be a 3-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a jam shot to center. Young going back a little bit there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So Foster Griffin is dealing here in Milwaukee right now. He has 3 2/3 innings worked. He's got a goose egg in a certain column after runs. So he's got a goose egg in the hit column. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. Griffin is at 50 pitches now, though. Here's the pitch. That's not in there with a sinker. It's a 1-0 count. Should be a 1-0 here. The pitch is fouled back and off the glove of Ruiz. Oof. Hopefully he's okay. Fouled off of him, and he gets a new ball, throws it in. Hopefully he's okay. The catcher, Ruiz. Umpire, Dreckman will come out and check on him. That one was hitting. It went off of the glove of Ruiz. Not the bat, but the ball. That was not catcher's interference. 1-1, 2 outs. Griffin sets. Here's the pitch. Is low ball 2 with a sweeper, and it's a 2-1 count. Foster Griffin has been very good in this game in Milwaukee. Griffin sets. The 2-1. Swing and a foul, and we'll do 2-2 now. 2-2, 2 outs. Yelich hitting .333 with a homer this season. This will be 2-2, 2 outs. In a deuces situation here in the bottom of the fourth, but no runner on second. Here's the pitch. It's a low ball 3 with a sweeper, and that'll fill up the count to 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs. Griffin calls his pitch, and he steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. The 3-2 is low ball 4, and Yelich will take a walk here in the bottom of the fourth. So, the first walk was issued to Gary Sanchez back in the second. He now issues the second one. That'll bring up Gary Sanchez again. He has a walk. Griffin steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. Here's the first pitch to Gary. It's in there, called strike 1 with a cutter, and it's an 0-1 count. Sanchez hitting .263, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. That OPS is climbing at 11177. Wow. A 1177 OPS. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's outside with the changeup, and it's a 1-1 count. Just a little low as well. So that'll even it up at 1-1. Gary Sanchez has never been that heavy usually. When he was with the Yankees, he was not nearly that. The 1-1. Swinging a pop-up. Fair territory. It's going to be Foster Griffin to make the catch for out number 3. Settle in the inning. Foster Griffin makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. 1 man left on the walk. Through 4 innings, it's still Nationals 0, Brewers 0. It's going to be young Nunez Ruiz for the Nationals in the 5th. Abrams got gunned out. Young did have the start of an AB, but he does not here. So I'm kind of curious here. I want to check on, because a lot of people have been asking about this, Dylan Cruz, because he's in AAA Rochester right now. Check on his stats a little bit. He's hitting .256, 10 hits, a home run, 7 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. 400 on base percentage, though. So he's being patient right now. He's being patient. I think that's good, because that was one of Dylan Cruz's problems. Was Dylan Cruz was anxious and hit 180 because of it. Dylan Cruz was anxious and always wanted to get a good pitch, and that was what he was focused on, was I got to get a good pitch. I got to get a home run. And he hit some home runs, too, but he wasn't patient up to the plate. He was always swinging at a bad pitch, trying to go yard, trying to do something stupid, to be honest, and that didn't work for him. And now he can take his time, learn to draw walks more, and really settle in. Find his groove, come up to the majors by the All-Star break, and come in. I understand this demotion now. I understand this optioning. He gets reps down there. He actually gets to play every day. This is a crowded outfield right now. Because Weimer's doing well, has earned a spot. Young is the best glove on the team. And Lyle, and it's just one guy you want to keep. So that's 4 guys, along with Wood, who you cannot bench. So this is, who do you want to send? And the first pitch to Young's inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. It's really the question of who doesn't play. And if Cruz weren't here, I think the answer would be him. So Goody's getting reps. The pitch to Young. It's a slurve that bends in there, called strike 1. Young hitting .242, a home run, 5 RBIs with his .710 OPS. The 1-1 is low ball 2 with a 2-1 count now. That was the changeup. Harrison in the wind. The 2-1 to Young. Swinging a shot to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit in front of Sal Frelick, and Jacob Young has a base hit here to start the 5th inning. Snell fast runner stands at first, but I don't think you want to steal on Kyle Harrison right now. Just slap that one out to right center and just have a base hit. Have a day, Jacob Young. Just slap one out there. Find a hole. So Young will lead away from first. He's fast, but I don't think you want to steal on the lefty Harrison. So you got to wait for him to go down, too. First pitch to Nunez is in there, called strike 1 with a fastball. I wonder if Nunez will get the bunt signal here, too. I don't think he's going to have it. Either he won't have it, or... I don't want to say either he won't have it or will. Either he won't have it, or they're going to have him take. And he swings through that one. It's 0-2. So he is hacked at 2 pitches now. So it's 0-2, so he's not bunting now. Coming sets Harrison. 0-2. Nunez swings and fouls it back on a high fastball, and we'll do 0-2 again. Just barely got a piece of that one. Excuse me a moment. Yes, pollen going around is really setting me a little bit, but still here. Harrison. Young leading away from first. Harrison will check on him. He goes. Nunez swings and fouls this one down the right field line and foul. So do 0-2 again. No outs. Runner on first. No runs here in the 5th inning at all. It's 0-0. Ruiz on deck will hit from the right side as he's a switch hitter. I think the best situation here is just not grounding into the double play because you got 2 fast runners here. The pitch, and Nunez swings and fouls it straight back, and we'll do 0-2 again. So working a good AB here. Here's the pitch, and Nunez lines it down the right field line. They're going to call it fair or foul. It is foul, and Young will go back to first. So Nunez got a good piece of it, sent it down the right field line, but it's well foul. So it'll be 0-2 still. Nunez still working. That was almost fair there. All he's really seen is the 4-seamer 4 times in a row, and then he got the changeup, and then he got a fastball again. Here's the pitch, and he swings and drives this one out to right field. That's a base hit. Frelick cuts it off. Young headed around second. He'll head for third, and Nunez into second with a double. To start the top of the 5th, the Nationals have 2 runners in scoring position. Double by Nunez to the opposite field. So 2 hits to the opposite field make it runners on second and third. What is up, Matt and Relia, 9413. Come on, Brewers. Okay, welcome in. And if you're a Brewers fan, that's completely fine. What's up? Hope you're having a great day. You're pulling for the Brewers, but thanks for tuning in with me. And thanks for subscribing. You're subscriber number 183. Thank you so much. So that'll be Cabert Ruiz. And he lifts this one out to shallow center. Going out to second baseman. It's going to be the right fielder to make the catch. Young will go home. No, he will not. He'll stay at third. Excuse me there. So now a fly out to right for out number 1. And not too deep enough. So that's out number 1. And the runners are still at second and third. Kyle Harrison now at 75 pitches here in the 5th. Runners on second and third, and James Wood up to the plate. Looks like the coach will come out here and talk to Kyle Harrison. He's just going to talk to him here, not going to take him out. Just going to have a quick talk to him. He's facing one of the best hitters in baseball right now. So we'll see what the situation is. There is Grant Anderson in the bullpen. He's warming up for the Brewers. If anyone here's a Brewers fan, you can tell me if Grant Anderson's any good. It'll be James Wood, who's been red hot. He's 0 for 0 today. He's just hasn't found it yet. Reached on an air and got hit by a pitch. So, it's not there just yet. Harrison sets. The pitch to Wood. He swings and drives this one to left field. That's into the gap, all the way to the wall. Young will score, and the man slips off the fence. The left fielder Lockridge slipped off the fence, and that'll score 2. He would have scored 2 anyway, but James Wood, with a surefire double, makes it a 2-0 game here in the top of the 5th. Wood driving in 2, and the Nationals have the lead here in the 5th. James Wood getting it done, as he usually does, to the opposite field. He loves hitting to the opposite field. Takes that one to left center, and left fielder Lockridge slipped off the fence. Nunez probably would have scored anyway, but he drives in 2. So now it's a 2-0 game. Wood going to the opposite field, hitting it hard again. So it's a 2-0 game now. Nunez and Young really weren't running hard, and they scored. So the Nationals have a 2-0 game here in Milwaukee. All 3 guys go to the opposite field to do their thing. So now Grant Anderson will come in to replace Kyle Harrison. So Harrison's day is over. Grant Anderson will come in. Anderson, the righty, will come out of the pen. And Harrison taken out after just 2 runs here in the 5th. So he's on a short leash. All he has is 4 to 3rd in for his team. He gives up 4 hits. We don't know how many runs he has. He walked 1 guy and had 1 strikeout. It's not the best outing. Let's go. Fantasy points. Yep. That's in PAS. You have him in, I think, a couple leagues, but I took him early in your league. I wanted him really badly, but fantasy points it is. Fantasy points. Wood with an RBI double has been absolutely raking for the Nationals. He's been on base 3 times in this game. Both times he's made it, all 3 times, he's made it in a scoring position. I now have no doubt that he will be an all-star. Sure, maybe he won't hit 40 home runs, but he's going to do this in the leadoff spot. I'm completely fine with that. As Grant Anderson will come out of the pen. But fantasy points, I'm assuming I'm going to get some too, if he's been on base 3 times. P.S. I'm wondering, do errors count to points for the hitter? Because you know a lot about fantasy, so Pierre John, do you know if an error, they get points? Because he reached on an error by Wilson Contreras, or not Wilson Contreras, excuse me, Gary Sanchez. So I'm wondering if Wood gets points for that. And hit by pitch, he gets a point in one of my leagues, but I don't know if he gets points for reaching on the air. So Wood is 12 for 22 in his last 6 games. 6 extra base hits. First pitch to Curtis Mead is in there, called strike 1. Mead's 0 for 1. Grant Anderson will take over. Subscriber number 184, thank you so much. Grant Anderson, 7 games, 0-0 record, 3 holds, and a 2.25 ERA. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Mead takes a fastball just out, or a sweeper that goes outside. Thanks to that new subscriber, we're now at 184. Coming sets Anderson. The 1-1 to Meade. He swings and grounds this one to the shortstop. He goes to first in time for out number 2. That'll send Wood over to third, though. Wood is over at third. He advanced on the grounder. So now there's 2 outs, and Wood has a chance to score. And it'll be Brady House to try to drive him in. Brady House, he's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 flouts. The pitch to House. And House fouls it down the right field line out of play, and it'll be 0-1. 0-1, 2 outs. On third is Wood, who is a fast runner, so House could use a base hit here to drive him in. Here's the 0-1 to House. He swings and misses at a fastball, top part of the zone, and it's 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs. Coming set is Anderson. And subscriber number 185. Thank you. The pitch is outside with a sweeper, and it's a 1-2 count. Subscriber number 185, thank you so much. We are now 185. We are 5 away from 190 now. We've gained a lot today. Thank you so much, everybody. Here's the 1-2 coming. Anderson sets. The pitch. Check swing. No, he did not, so to make it a 2-2 count. So it'll be 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, right in the zone to Brady House. He just looks at it to end the inning. That was right in the zone, and he takes it right down the middle. That'll end the inning. 3 hits, though, that provide 2 runs. So Kyle Harrison will only have 2 runs, both of them earned. No errors, 3 hits, and a man left on, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th, The Nationals now have a 2-0 lead. It's going to be bottom 5, Lockridge, Freelick, and Perkins. Subscriber 186. Let's go. Now we're only 4 away from the goal of 190. Hitting 190 today would be cool. So if you're following the Masters all, Rory McIlroy had a good thing going for him, and now he does not. Wow. He double bogeyed today. So now he is not, he's tied for first. He had a commanding lead today on day 3. Now it's not as good. The lead is not as big anymore. He's tied with someone for the lead. I saw that. Yep, there we go. Just trying to step off screen whenever I do that so you don't have to see that. So I'm wondering if Cade Smith will pitch, because he's on my fantasy team, most of my teams. Cade Smith, in about every magazine and article I read, everyone said Cade Smith was going to have a year to remember. So I'm going to trust every magazine I read and put him in. So I'll see how he does. Looks like Soto just went on the IL. Okay. Soto is on the injured list. I did not know that. So it'll be Foster Griffin. First pitch from Foster is a sweeper that bends in there, called strike 1, finds the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Griffin comes set. The 0-1. That is fouled back, and we'll do 0-2 now. Brendan Lockridge hitting .281, no home runs, and 4 RBIs. Coming set is Griffin. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a line drive to right field. Going back is Weimer to the track, and he makes the catch. Just a couple steps onto the track for out number 1. So Joey Wiemer continues to get action out there in right. 3 putouts tonight. And that's out number 1 here in the 5th. It wasn't really a home run robbery. It was just a couple steps onto the track. On a big track, too. So now to be Sal Frelick, the right fielder, who's 0 for 1. Here we go. First pitch to Sal Frelick is a ball with a sweeper that's low, and it's a 1-0 count. Griffin comes set. Here's the 1-0. That is in there. Called strike 1 with a cutter, and it's a 1-1 count. Coming set is Griffin, the pitch. Swinging a foul back, and it'll be 1-2. One, 2, 1 out. Griffin comes set. The pitch is grounded. This one right to the first baseman, Meade. He'll take it himself for a 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. So that'll make it 2 outs. So now, here we go. It'll be Blake Perkins to hit. Here's the pitch to Perkins, and he takes a fastball in there, 0-1. Griffin having a good game right now. Looks like the chat just got big again. I don't like when it does that. It's really annoying. And up to 180 subs mean a good day for you. Thank you, PAS. It's been a very good day. We've gained a lot of subs right now. It's been a good day for you, yeah. It's been a very good day for the channel. Thanks for being here for it. Here's the pitch, and that is outside. It's a 2-1 count. So it'd be 2-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Griffin. Swinging a fly ball. This one is into shallow right. Going in is Wiemer. And he makes the catch for the out. For out number 3. Inning over. So 5 shutty for Foster Griffin. He has 5 shutout innings. He usually goes about 5. He's doing it well right now. He knows what he's doing right now. Whatever Wheaties he had this morning is working. So maybe he should keep eating whatever Wheaties he's been eating this morning. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that channel. We'll be right back. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning coming up. Foster Griffin having a good 5 innings. He has a 2-0 lead to work with. And he's working well. Heading into the 6th. So now it'll be Dalen Lau to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Thanks to PAS for telling me it's been a good day, because it has. Now it'll be Sproat into the game. First pitch is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Past the dive of the second baseman, Terang. And Dalen Lau's hit to start the 6th inning. So Dalen Lau getting going. So Sproat, the righty, comes in for the Brewers. After Anderson works 0.2 innings to finish off the 5th. Here's the pitch to Weimer, and he takes a curveball inside ball 1. All zeros for Anderson. Brandon Sproat into the game, 2 games, an 0-1 record. 0 holds a 14.85 ERA. Here's the pitch, and Weimer takes a curveball in there, called strike 1 this time, and it's a 1-1 count. Sproat comes set. Lau with a good lead at first. He's leaning over a little bit. He will not go the pitch. Low and outside with a sinker, and it's a 2-1 count. Well, they're facing a lefty for 4 1/3 innings. Now they can take good leads. They can get out a little bit. Here's the pitch. Lau runs the pitch, and it is flied into right but fouled off. So it'd be 2-2. Thought that might have been a good hit and run, but he fouls it off. Two, no outs. Lau with a good lead again. The 2-2. Weimer swings and misses at a cutter. And that's strikeout number 1 for Brandon Sproat here in the 6th inning. So now that'll bring up C.J. Abrams. He's 1 for 2. Lined out and had a single, and then was picked off and was put into a rundown after lefty Harrison put a good move on him. Sproat sets. Here's the pitch to Abrams, and Abrams takes fastball inside. Lyle on the move. The throw is in time for the out, and Lyle is caught stealing here in the 6th. Not what the Nationals wanted there, probably not what they ever wanted, and he's caught stealing, and they're not going to challenge this. William Contreras picks him off. So there's 2 outs now. A good one-hop throw down to the shortstop. Ortiz will lay a good tag. The pitch to Abrams takes a changeup away, and it's a 2-0 count. This will be 2-0 with 2 outs. Pitch to Abrams. He swings and fouls it off. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a chopper. Shortstop cuts off the second baseman Ortiz. Goes to first. In time for the out to end the inning. So that's a 6-3 ground out to end the inning. A hit. A caught stealing. No one left on base. Now headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still Nationals 2. Milwaukee nothing. So we're getting going. Foster Griffin is doing something. I'm going to say that. So Foster Griffin's having a day here. Either way, no matter how this 6th inning goes or however the rest of this game goes, he had a gem. That was an absolute gem. He's pitching a contact, too. He's letting him hit it. He's letting him hit it, and he's going to work. And it's working. Whatever Foster Griffin is doing right now is working. So the update has just been put on to MLB for what's going on right now. So we'll see. So it's going to be Foster Griffin Wool. I think he's going to stay out here for the 6th inning. It's going to be Ortiz, Turang, Rengifo in the 6th. So here we go. It'll be Ortiz, Turang, Rengifo here for the 6th inning. Griffin at 70 pitches will step back onto the rubber. He's been doing well, throwing the cutter 35% of the time. First pitch to Ortiz. He lays down a bunt. He can't get it down. It's 0-1. No outs. Here's the pitch. Rengifo drives it into center field, and that's a base hit. That'll end the bid for the no-hitter. Foster Griffin gives up a base hit to Ortiz. He breaks up Foster Griffin's bid for a no-no. A base hit to left center field, and Ortiz is on first. He breaks it up. Joey Ortiz just drives that one into left center. Foster Griffin is still having a great game out here, though. You can't deny that. Foster Griffin is still raking. I think he looked up at the board for a second there, but he's still having a good game. Here's the pitch, and that's low, ball 1 to Bryce Turang, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. That's down low with the fastball, and it's a 2-0 count. Still, Griffin is working here. Having a day. Into the 6th inning with a 2-0 lead. Obviously a great start still. Turang, a dangerous hitter with Joey Ortiz. The pitch is in there, called strike 1 with a cutter, and it's a 2-1 count. So I'm a little behind on my stream, so I'm going to get it up. So Griffin coming set. Or my stream is loading here real quickly. Griffin sets. The 2-1. Outside ball 3 with a cutter. It's a 3-1 count. They appealed down to Wagner, the crew chief. He said no on the swing. Double play ball here would be nice. Bryce Turang hitting 262, a home run, and 7 ribbies. Griffin sets. The 3-1. Swing and a miss at a cutter, and it's 3-2. So that cutter is working right now, and the count is filled up to 3-2. Griffin, everything seems to be working right now. He steps back onto the rubber. Griffin sets. Foster Griffin at 77 pitches. He'll go back over to first to check on Ortiz. The throw does not get him. He won't get picked off there. This would be 3-2 now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Down low, ball 4, and Griffin walks Bryce Turang here in the 6th inning. Wouldn't be surprised if the Nationals bullpen has action now. But Griffin already has 3 walks, and Brad Lord is warming up the pen, though. That's good. It's nice to see Lord warming up instead of someone like, P.J. Pullen or Clayton Beater. I love Lord more. Lord's a better arm. Simon Matthews will come out here and talk to Foster Griffin. If I'm Simon Matthews, I'm telling him, hey, you had a no-no going until the 6th inning. Find that groove again. Whatever you're doing then, just remember, you went 5 no-hit innings. Bring that mindset back. It was 1 hit. You still have a 1-hitter going here. You're fine. I mean, settle in. 30 balls, only 48 strikes, but he found a groove earlier because he went 5 no-hit innings. So maybe find that again. Griffin steps back onto the rubber. Looks like Mead's going to be stepping in here. Rengifo, now in Mead's in bunt position here. Rengifo hitting 146, home run, 2 RBIs, and a 4.48 OPS. Bunt defense here by first baseman. Here's the pitch. It is called strike 1 in the outside corner with a cutter, and it's an 0-1 count. Griffin sets. The 0-1. Swinging a fly ball out to left. Going out is Abrams, just in a shallow left. To call infield fly, actually. Abrams will make the catch for out number 1. Thought that one was a little deeper. So that's the first out of the 6th inning. After the first hit given up and the bid for the no-hitter disappeared, Foster Griffin, though, is settling back in. So now to be William Contreras is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. So now Blake Butera will come out of the pen. And, oh, come on, please, Brewers. Yep, so now Foster Griffin will be taken out of this game here with 5 1/3 finished off. And I will give Foster Griffin a round of applause right here. Foster Griffin had an absolutely amazing game. That was the best situation we could have asked for. And now you're handing it off to your best bullpen guy. One hit with 3 walks peppered in there, and he only struck out 1 guy. One moment here. So my impression of this, I'm going to switch to this screen for it, is Foster Griffin had an absolutely amazing game. As Lord's going to come into the game for the Nationals. He's our long guy, so we'll probably get a couple innings out of him if everything goes well. We could see him till the 8th or 9th inning. That was an absolute gem by Foster Griffin. 5 1/3 innings, and just amazing ball. He balled out. 5 innings of no-hit baseball. Headed into the 6th, gives up 1 hit. He gave up 1 hit through 5 1/3. Closest a pitcher in the Nationals organization now has come to a no-hitter, besides Irvin in 2024, who went 8 shutty, 1 hit, and then, I forgot, Derek Law finished it off with a 1-2-3 ninth. But Irvin came close, but Foster Griffin was pitching to contact there. He got outs efficiently, and he showed you don't need to throw hard to get these outs. He was just efficient with the pitch. Maybe not most efficient. He was throwing what he knew they wouldn't hit hard. And they didn't hit him hard. And if they did barrel a ball, a fielder was there. You don't need to throw 100 to be good in today's MLB. And Foster Griffin just proved that as he beat the Brewers, who are an 8-5 team and currently competing in the NL Central. And he just did that to them. So we'll get going for Brad Lord. So Lord will work out of the stretch. First pitch to Contreras is grounded. Second baseman Nunez will go to first with it for 1 out. So each runner will move up a bag. Ortiz over to third, and Terang over to second. So there's 2 outs, though. Those runners are Griffin's runners, though. So it'd be his run. So Lord probably can work out of the windup now with 2 outs and runners on second and third. And Christian Yelich will be intentionally walked here. Wow, they're going to walk Yelich to bring up Gary Sanchez with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And Brad Lord, 4 games this season, 1-0 record, 1 hold, a 4.35. He's been pretty good. The K percent of 13.3 and the walk percent of 4.4. So he doesn't walk guys. And he's a long man. He will go deep into games. But at the same time, he's not going to strike out guys. He's not the typical dominating bullpen arm who's going to get 20 strikeouts a game. No, that's not Lord. Lord is the guy who's going to work efficiently, get outs, do everything he can to do those things. Excuse me a moment. I just have to take one more moment. I apologize. So we're going to get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Bowers for Gary Sanchez. Jake Bowers hitting .225. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, 2 for 3 with a homer in this series. Pinch hitter here with the bases loaded. A lefty-righty matchup. This is grounded to the second baseman Nunez. He'll go to first with it. And there you go. The Nationals get out of a bases-loaded situation. Right there. 2 zeros put in the book for Lord. 2 walks in the inning, a hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base, and at the end of 6, it's the Nationals 2, Milwaukee 0 as we head to the 7th inning. It's a quick game as well. We had 2 quick games here. Wow. The Nationals doing something here. The bullpen's going to work. Well, Lord's going to work. And I see this a lot. If you want the bullpen to go to work, Lord needs to be involved in that. Brad Lord is our one guy. Brad Lord's our log man. He's our horse. So he's going to eat innings. He's the Yasmero Petit of the bullpen. And Matt and really, oh, come on, please, Brewers. Yeah, he really wants the Brewers to win, but they're getting shut out right now through 6 innings. And Foster Griffin led that charge. So we'll see how the Nationals bullpen and how Butera approaches this with how many innings Lord goes. It's going to be Young Nunez Ruiz in the 7th. Same guys who led off the 5th. And the 5th inning brought 2 runs. So we'll see if they can keep doing that. But that was all Woods' 2-run double. Yes, so good outing by Foster Griffin. Foster Griffin, great outing. That was an absolutely great outing. This is a direct message to Foster Griffin. Foster, you had an absolutely great outing. That was one of the best Nationals outings I've seen in a while. Foster Griffin came out here and came out with stuff I have never seen a pitcher just do in a while. I can't say never really, but he came out and pitched. He knew what they couldn't hit. He knew what they couldn't hit, and he threw it to them. The cutter was working. The slider was, or the splitter was working. The fastball was working. All these were working, and he was locating them. He only struck out 1 guy and was looking. Every other out was, look at these, 4-3, 9, 8, 4-3, 5-4, fielder's choice, 9, 1-3, 7. He was getting little outs at a time. So, Brad Lord, absolutely great outing. That was probably the outing of the year so far. Great job. So now it's going to be Jacob Young to take a strike in there from Sproat, who's back out here for the 7th. Young is 1 for 2 on the day. Single back in the 5th, and he later scored the pitch, and he flies that one down the right field line and foul. So to make it a 0-2 count immediately. Sproat goes back into the wind. The 0-2. Low and inside, ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. So 1-2, no outs. Foster is throwing on a sweatshirt. The pitch is outside, ball 2 with a sinker. Foster looking happy with his outing, though. 5 1/3. Be happy with your outing, Foster. That was absolutely amazing. Sproat into the wind. The 2-2 to Young. And Young hits this down the left field line and foul. He was a day early on that curveball. It'll make it a 2-2 count still. He gives the ball to a Young fan, the ball boy. Looks like that boy is going to be happy for a while. He gets a baseball. Here, into the wind. Here's the 2-2 to Young. Young fouls it off again, and we'll do 2-2 again. So 2-2, no outs. We got plenty of viewers and views on here. Thank you so much to everyone who has come in and hang out with us. Here's the pitch, and Young fouls this one back, and we'll do 2-2 again. I want to check the light count real quickly. I want to see what we're at. This should be 2-2. The pitch. So you're going to chopper. This is fair. Oh, that's foul. Just barely. 7 likes on the stream. Let's go. Be sure everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you not already. Be sure to subscribe. That's important too. It is completely free, and you're helping me out. You're helping me out a lot if you hit that subscribe button. So now it'll be another 2-2. Lord looks like he's going to go back out there for the 7th, talking to Doolittle, the pitch. So you're going to chopper, same place up the middle. Shortstop. Ortiz goes to first in time for the out. I said same place, but that was more towards short, not third. So that's out number 1 here to start the 7th. So now it'll be Nasim Nunez. He's 1 for 2. He had a double, went to the opposite field in the 5th inning. Got it going. Nunez will lay down a bunt, but he pops it up, and it goes out of play, or foul territory at least. So now, it'll be an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 0-2 now. It's like they were just showing some Nationals games will be broadcast on Fox 5, about 10 games. That'll be cool to be local. They're on Nationals TV, and if you had Masson, you probably have Nationals TV too. The 0-2 is high and inside, ball one. Backs Nunez off the plate a little bit. He's probably saying, get off my plate. That is his plate. So it'll be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down the left field line. So we'll do 1-2 again. It's nice not to have spring training, though, and have actual live baseball almost every night going. Every game until the weekend, till November. Here is the 1-2. Down low, and it's a 2-2 count with one out. So it'll be a 2-2 count with one out. Sproat will go into the wind. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is fielded by Sproat. Diving play not made. Flipped up to first. Not in time. Gets out of play. And Nunez will head to the second. Said, nah, that's an error. It's that guy. WTF Brewers. Yeah, they're not having the best game right now. They're not having the best game. So, ground ball to the second baseman. Throw gets away from the first baseman and gets out of play. So that's E4, sends Nunez to second. So now there's a runner on second with one out. Probably not what you wanted if you're a Brewers fan, but now Nunez, a fast runner, stands at second for Keibert Ruiz, a decent hitter, who needs to find it. He needs to kind of find his rhythm, though. Coming set is Sproat. Here's the pitch to Ruiz, going back to second, and now Nunez is caught in a rundown. Nunez is tagged out. Wow, that is really annoying when that keeps happening. 1-4-5 on that one to get Nunez out, and there's 2 outs now. That's the second time a runner has been caught in a rundown, taking a huge secondary. Was Nunez going or what? He slipped. So he slipped on the dirt, and that was not good for him. Not what you want there. So Nunez tagged out. Second time that happened to a runner. That's a ball 2 to Ruiz. .160 average Ruiz, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Here's the 1-0 to Ruiz. He takes outside with a sinker. It's a 2-0 count. Two outs. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3 with a sinker, and it's a 3-0 count now. Lord seems to be throwing some plyos in the dugout. Make sure he's warm. Just staying warm. 3-0, 2 outs. Ruiz may have the green light here. He may. I'm going to say may because it's lights. Now, catcher will come out and visit Sproat. Make sure he is okay. I don't know what this is about. I think there's something. Does he have an injury or something? He might just be out of breath. Looks like the pitching coach and trainer will come out and visit him. I think it's something with he is injured in some way. He's talking to the trainer now. Second injury scare for a pitcher for the Brewers. Now the bullpen, they're making a call to the pen. So I think Sproat may be out of this game. So Contreras is headed back to his position, so I think Sproat's okay. throw a warm-up pitch, or at least just to see if he's okay. Looks like he's okay by that warm-up pitch. He looked okay to me. So it was when he dove, he fell on something. And then I guess he hasn't been okay really since. And he did just walk, or he has a 3-0 count on Ruiz at least. He didn't walk him yet, but he has a 3-0 count on him. So might just be if they're making it, he's okay there. 3-0, 2 outs. Sproat facing Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, and Ruiz will take a walk here with 2 outs. So that'll bring James Wood with a runner on first and 2 outs. So I think it was something with his left arm, his non-throwing arm, because he tried to make a diving play on that ball. I don't know why he's trying to make a diving play on that ball. That's not his. So it'll be James Wood here in the top of the 7th with a runner on first. He already has 2 RBIs in this game. The pitch to Wood. Wood takes a changeup inside. He's going to challenge this, though. They called it a strike, but he's going to challenge it. Wood using a challenge. And they'll get the ABS system up. And it's a strike, so Wood loses the challenge, and it's 0-1. So now the Nationals have 1 challenge left, and it's an 0-1 count. I think Wood was pretty sure about that one, but he never has a problem when he's in situations like this, low in the count. He can always get out of it. The 0-1. Wood takes a changeup low, and it's a 1-1 count, but now the Brewers are going to challenge it. Wow. That one was low with the changeup. I think this one may be a strike, though. And it is a strike. So Contreras gets it right, and now it's an 0-2 count. So Contreras got his challenge correct, and it's an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 outs. Sproat sets. Here's the pitch to Wood. Wood takes a sinker inside, and it's a 1-2 count. This one will not be challenged. It was a ball. Cummings sets Sproat. Here's the pitch to Wood. Swing and a miss. Did that get away? It looks like Wood swung and missed. That's a strikeout to end the inning. He couldn't have run there. Ruiz ran up to second thinking he could, but Sproat has strikeout number 2, and that'll end the inning. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 7th, the 7th inning stretch. No hits, a man left on the walk. We'll head to inning number 7. There was an error in the inning, there's an error. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It's still Nationals 2, Brewers nothing. We're going to take a break. Don't touch that dial, don't touch that channel. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back for the bottom of the 7th inning. Thanks to everyone who has tuned in right now. I got plenty of viewers in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're at 9 likes and got plenty of viewers. Be sure to answer that poll. Tell me who you're voting for and hang out with me till the rest of the night. Lord into the wind. And first pitch to Lockridge is in there for a strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that's high and inside with the slider, and it evens the count up at 1-1. So it'll be 1-1 to Brandon Lockridge. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line and foul, and it'll be 1-2. So this is very behind. I need to refresh ESPN real quickly. There we go. Just want to refresh it. Here's the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed, and Brad Lord has his first strikeout of the game here in the bottom of the 7th. Should be better now. Yeah, there we go. 1 out. And now it'll be Sal Frelick to hit. He's 0 for 2. Lord can now work out of the wind. First pitch to Frelick is inside. Ball 1 almost got him there. But it does not, and it's a 1-0 count. Thought it might have gotten him there. 187 subscribers. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. We're now 3 away from 190. Could hit 190 tonight. That's awesome. Let's go. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, takes it back, and it's a 2-0 count. Now Lord, working fresh out of the wind after having his first own inning to work with. The 2-0 is in there. Called strike 1 with a fastball. It's a 2-1 count. Lord didn't really have an inning to go to work with before. He had to work fresh out of the pen. Here's the 2-1, and that one is swung on and fouled into the mitt of Cabert Ruiz. It'll be a 2-2 count. So now Cionel Perez is in the bullpen warming up. I would rather just see Lord ride us to the 8th inning. Let us ride Lord to the 8th, and then bring in Henry in the 9th. Just bring in Cole Henry in the 9th. 2-2. Swing and a miss. There you go, Brad Lord. Second strikeout in a row. Sets down Sal Frelick. 2 strikeouts. Keep it up, Nationals, says David Hartman. Yes, Nationals need to keep this up. That's going to be amazing. I see no problem with us just keeping Lord going until the 9th, and then bring in Beater or Henry. Maybe Henry. I think Cole Henry is going to end up being our closer probably this season. I could see him doing it. Lord will now face Perkins, the center fielder, Brandon Perkins. Brandon Perkins 0 for 2. Or excuse me, a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Mitchell who's pinch hitting. Here in the 8th, first pitch is in there, called strike 1 on the outside corner. Pinch hitter in the 7th inning is Garrett Mitchell, 290, a home run, and 13 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside with the changeup, and it's a 1-1 count. Lord just tried to flick a changeup in there for the zone, but missed outside. Lord into the wind. There's the 1-1. That's a slider outside, then it makes it a 2-1 count. We are 3 subscribers away from 190. We hit 180 earlier. Let's hit 190. I think we can do it. And then we're just 10 away from 200 by that point. Lord in the wind. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 2-2. So 2-2, 2 outs. Lord into the wind. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Cold strike 3. Brad Lord strikes out the side in the 7th inning of this game. And another goose egg sent up to the runs column for the Nationals. 7 shutty for the Nats between Brad Lord and Foster Griffin as we head to the 8th inning. So we're headed to the 8th inning. It's going to be Meade, House, and Lyle. Lyle's a hit. Meade has a walk. House still trying to get going offensively. But David Hartman is right. Keep it up, Nats. Keep doing your thing, Nationals. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it is working right now. He's head to the 8th, and Brad Lord strikes out the side. Just a reminder, this was our second game of the day. We did the Marlins and Tigers today. So this is our second game of the day, and this is much more eventful game. Last game was a 6-1 game. This one got 2-0. So we'll head to the 8th inning. So you can now on MLB vote for who your player of the game is. And I think everyone should vote for Foster Griffin. I'll make a case for it for the rest of the broadcast on why he is, because there's just so much he has done in this game. He's been so helpful to the team. I don't know anyone else who could be your player of the game right now. 5 1/3. Or you could probably make a small case for Wood, but Foster Griffin had a no-hitter into the 6th inning. And Lord's putting on a sweatshirt now, so his day's over. Now Foster Griffin's being interviewed already. Here we go. First pitch to Curtis Mead is low and outside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So we're in the 8th inning now. Thanks for joining us to this point. Hanging out with us. Calling Nationals baseball, or Brewers if you're a Brewers fan. That's low, ball 2 with a cutter. Foster Griffin, 80 pitches, 5 1/3 innings with only a hit. Here's the 2-0 to Mead, and that's outside, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count. So 3-0, no outs. Here's the pitch to Mead, and that is in there, called strike 1. So maybe Mead's talking about that being a little inside, but you don't really want to argue that. Sproat into the wind. The 3-1. Mead takes ball 4, and Curtis Mead has a walk to start the 8th inning. So now runner on first with no outs. And that's Curtis Mead, not really a threat to steal a bag or anything, but he can still run the bases. So now it'll be Brady House, who's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to House, and that's swung on in a sword swing there on a cutter, and it's 0-1 at 94 miles an hour. So coming set is Sproat. Here's the 0-1 to House. And House swings and drives it out to right center. Coming in is right fielder Frelick, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So House is 0 for 4 on the day now. Mead goes back to first. House still trying to get going offensively. I mean, if you want to get him going offensively, put him in the 4-hole, but he's in the 4-hole already. So, I mean, it's not like they don't have faith in him. So now it'll be Dalen Lau with a 1 out. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Lyle, and Lau swings and drives it out to center. Sends Perkins back a little bit, and will make the catch for out number 2. Pretty well, but not well enough to move Mead or anything. So that'll be 2 outs now. Nationals could use a few extra runs. But now, that'll bring up Joey Wiemer's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. So hopefully he can find where he was early on in the season. Find that drum again. Wherever it was, I bet he can find it again. So it'll be Joey Wiemer. First pitch to Joey is in there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. Coming set is Sproat. The 0-1 to Wiemer. Swinging a ground ball foul, and it'll be 1-1. Or 0-2, excuse me. It'll be an 0-2 count. So we 0-2 here. Sproat comes set. Here's the pitch to Wiemer. Swinging a foul down the right field line, and we'll do 0-2 again. Just fought that one off. Weimer wears number 21. Griffin wears 22. So back-to-back numbers. And the guy who started off great with his season, and then the guy who took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Just two veteran studs right here. Coming set is Sproat. Here's the 0-2. Check swing, appeal down. Yes, says first base umpire Torres. And that'll end the inning. They say he went. Settle in the inning. Sproat has strikeout number 3 in his limited outing so far. So now we'll see who the Nationals go to in the pen. Another goose egg put in the scorebook there. A man left on after the walk. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still Nationals 2, Brewers nothing. Nationals seem to be doing well on the pitching side. We usually don't say that. We usually say the opposite, that their offense is carrying them. Thanks for tuning into this doubleheader if you were here for both games. I know some people were here for both games. I know Pregame Sports stayed for a good amount of both games, but he had his own game to call. He had the Mets game. I saw a little bit of that. Not the best score ever. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Guys, remember, if you want to check out someone who's an absolute great play-by-play broadcaster, check out Pregame Sports. He will give you some great play-by-play live reactions. Big on New York sports. He's got Jets, Flyers, St. John's as his college team. So all that works. Head over to him and hang out with him for a few streams. See how you like it. Because I personally love Pregame Sports streams. So at the bottom 8. We now broke 300 on the views. Let's go. Another stream of breaking 300 views. And we got plenty of people in here hanging out for the play-by-play. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight for tonight's play-by-play and live reaction. This is District Nation, YouTube home of Nats, Mavs, and Commanders. You can find me all weekends and during the summer. I cover as much as I can. Trying to grow the channel as much as possible coming up to the summer when we really kick it into the high gear. So tune in with us. As Ciano Perez is going to take over for the Nationals. The lefty will come in for the 8th inning. I'll probably say this lightly. Oh boy. So Ciano Perez, who's had his fair shares of saves and non-saves. The pitch is high, ball 1 with a curveball, and it's a 1-0 count. So Lord only ends up going 1.2 innings. He had 3 strikeouts, though. Here's the pitch, and that is a curveball that stays up, and it's a 2-0 count. Only 1 walk, and it was intentional. No runs and no hits. So he had a good... In his work, he did well. Joey Ortiz will hit now in the 9-hole. Perez sets the pitch, and that is right in there, called strike 1 with a fastball, and it's a 2-1 count. This is Cianel Perez here for the bottom of the 8th. Perez sets. He deals. And that is called strike 2, but Ortiz wants to challenge it. So they will challenge it. We'll see it. And it is a strike. Yes! That makes it a 2-2 count. So the call is confirmed, and the Brewers will now use a challenge. Good job reporting, bro. You definitely are knowledgeable. Keep it up. Thank you, David Hartman. Thank you so much. And thank you to you for tuning in tonight and hanging out with me. I know you were here for a good amount of it. And you're a big Nats fan. So the 2-2. Swinging a chopper. Perez will field it off the mound. Go to first with it. In time for a nice play. Taking a few steps off the mound for out number 1. But good job reporting, bro. You definitely are knowledgeable. Thank you so much. And 188 subscribers. We are now 2 away from 190. But thank you for saying I'm knowledgeable. That is very nice of you. And thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I heard the Caps won, so tell me the fans have been quiet. I haven't heard any of them, actually, Andres. I haven't heard any of them. Here's the pitch, and that is low ball one. The Positive Garage with Austin says, hi, what is up? Thanks for tuning in. Go Nationals, by the way. Yep, go Nats. But thanks for tuning in. The Positive Garage with Austin. And Andres, yeah, they haven't been in here at all. The Pens fans haven't been in here. The pitch is low ball two with a slurve, and it's a 2-0 count. I think Andres will know what I say here. Ciano Perez is in the game. And Beater is now warming up. So we got through the good arm in the pen. Let's go Brew Crew. Okay, Positive Garage. Austin, and here's outside ball three. Austin is rooting for the Brewers. Completely fine. I love when Brewers fans or other people come in here so we can have conversations. Terang now has a 3-0 count. Perez working out of a 3-0 count. He'll have to throw a strike. And right in there, called strike one with a sinker, and it's a 3-1 count. Perez gets his signs. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Right in there, called strike two with a sinker, and that fills it up to 3-2. Go Nationals, and let's go Brew Crew. And no Pens fans have been in here at all. So, no Pens fans. We've got Brewers fans in here. I've gotten a little just random sports fans, and here's the 3-2. Swinging a chopper off of Perez. He's going to have to go get it. Fires it to first. What a play by Ciano Perez off the mound. It hit off of him, went behind him. Perez came off the mound and made a nice play to first. And that was a good recovery to make a nice play for out number two. And the trainer might have to make a visit out to him. That was hit off his glove, hit off of him. And he fielded off the mound and fired over to first for out number two. Terang could not beat it out. And Perez had to make a sidearm throw that Meade made a nice catch on because it was a little low, but still an athletic play by Ciano Perez. So now it'll be Rengifo for Perez to face. A lefty-righty matchup. The pitch. Right in there, called strike one with a curveball. It's a 0-1 count. Ruiz couldn't catch it, so it went off his glove. And Perez will grab it and throw it in. What a play by Ciano Perez. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're now 2 subscribers away from that number of 190. So be 0-1 here. Rengifo, 0 for 3 on the day. 2 fly-outs and a ground out. The pitch is swung on, fouled. David Hartman, let's go Nationals. Yep. Now, 4 outs away. We can see it this way. The bullpen is 4 outs away. All they got to do is get 4 outs, and 1 will be Perez because Perez is on fire right now. He has an 0-2 count on Rengifo. Perez sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ciano Perez has a 1, 2, 3 inning, and the Nationals have gone 8 shutty against the Brewers here in their stadium. 8 shutout innings, and Ciano Perez puts away them in the 8th inning with 2 groundouts back to him and a strikeout. What an outing for Ciano Perez. What an outing. Absolutely great outing. And 189. We're now 1 subscriber away from 190. 1 subscriber away. And now, I'm assuming Sproat is going to get taken out of this game. Now we're headed to the 9th inning. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, everybody. We're now 1 subscriber away from 190. And then 10 away, 11 from 200. So we're 1 subscriber away. So thanks for everybody for tuning in with me. If you're even a Brewers fan, if you are a Nationals fan, if you're anything, thanks for tuning in today. So we're going to get going for the 9th inning. The Nationals have to get 3 outs, and I believe it's going to be Beater for the 9th inning for a 2nd time in a row. He had it last night with a 4-run lead. We'll see if he comes back in. So it looks like Beater is going to be our 9th inning guy. And David Hartman saying, let's go Nats, let's go. So we'll see, are we getting a new pitcher in for the Nationals? Or excuse me, for the Brewers. Or is Sproat going to stay out there? It's going to be Sproat. And looks like the mascot, Bernie, has been pretty quiet up there in the Brew Crew house by that slide. First pitch to CJ, and CJ takes the ball down low. Bernie, we'll have you. We'll take you to hang out with us. So Perez, I'm assuming, is done. I'm assuming Perez's day is over, and we're going to get Beater for the 9th. The 1-0. Inside, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. One off the glove of Contreras. We are 1 subscriber away from 190. 1 away. Sproat into the wind. The 2-0. Swinging a fly ball out to deep center. Going back as the center fielder. Perkins to the track. Makes the catch just a few steps in front of the wall for out number 1. So Abrams gave that one a charge, but that doesn't go anywhere. So that's out number 1, and that'll bring up Jacob Young, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Ronald Duffney saying hi. What's up, Ronald? You were in an earlier stream. Thanks for saying hi again. What is up, man? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in with me. You were in the last stream, so thanks for tuning in to both. You're one of the doubleheader guys. That'll be in there. Called strike 1 to Jacob Young. Here's the pitch, and Young fouls it back, and it'll be 0-2. So it looks like Sean Doodle's talking to Cabot Ruiz pretty heavily right now. I can see why, a pitching coach talking to a catcher. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You get those two talking together. So they 0-2 count. Sproat's now at 50 pitches. A lot of pitches for a bullpen arm. He is their Brad Lord then. The 0-2 is outside, ball 1 with a sinker, and it's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Young takes a curveball in the dirt, and it's a 2-2 count. 2-2, 1 out. Satellite Sister, really like your channel, sir. Thank you. Here's the pitch, and this one is lined into left field. That's a base hit on the ground in front of the left fielder Lockridge, and Jacob Young keeps it going here in the 9th, has a base hit. Threatening again. Thank you, Satellite Sister. Really like your channel, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in today. That's very nice of you for saying that, and thanks for tuning into the channel today. So now that'll put Young at first, strapping on his sliding mitt. So it'll be Nasim Nunez. Here's the pitch. That is outside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So 1 out, Nunez with a runner on first. Coming set is Sproat. The 1-0. It is outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. Should be a 2-0 with a 1 out. Nunez, a Rule 5 pick back in 2024. Young with a good lead at first. They're going to pick over, and they got Jacob Young for out number 2. He's picked off. Butera wants to hold the game real quickly, checking on it again. Let's see what he calls here. Young staying over there, but he's going to come off now. That is the 3rd man picked off of the game. That is not good. Come on. So a 1-3 pickoff gets Jacob Young out. Now there's 2 outs. And Nasim Nunez, their last hope in the 9th. The 2-0 is swung on, grounded, fouled on the first base line. And we just hit 190 subscribers. Thank you so much. We hit 190. We hit 190. Wow, thank you so much. We are now 10 away from 200, and that was not the goal today, but we crushed it. I was hoping 180 for this stream. The 2-1 in there, called strike 2. Oh, wow. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed so far. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down low, ball 3 with a changeup, and it makes it a 3-2 count. We're now 190 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who is tuned in, and all the 190 subscribers. Thank you to you. We are now 10 away from 200, which is the next big number. Here comes the 3-2. He delivers. Inside ball 4. Nunez will take a walk with 2 outs. Just don't get picked off. That is all I'm requesting here. Don't get picked off. Just stay at first. Don't really try to steal either. Contreras might gun you. Nunez already got picked off once, and now this will bring up Kabert, who's still looking for a charge offensively. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And 191 subscribers. Now we're only 9 away from 200. Thank you so much. Pick over to first, back in safely, though. Coming set is Sproat. Nunez away from first. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, right field, and that's foul. Glad I found you. I just subscribed. Rodney Slinger. Thank you. Thank you for finding me. Thanks for tuning in. So here is the 0-1. That's low, ball 1. Polly Pocket, like the stream, keep it up. Thank you, Polly Pocket. Thanks for tuning in. Curly W Express 07. Thank you. 3 pickoffs is horrendous. Yeah, that's absolutely horrendous. And all of them have been in stupid situations, too, Curly W Express. They've all been in dumb situations. I'll talk about it in a minute. The 1-1. Ruiz takes a strike in there. 1-2 count. 9 away from 200. Yep, 8 away. We just hit 192. We're now 8 away from 200. Like the stream. Keep it up. Thank you, Polly Pocket. But just glad I found you. Thank you, Rodney Slinger, for subscribing. And Curly W Express 007. 3 pickoffs. That's just terrible. I feel like we need to do better than that. I get that we're trying to be aggressive here, but we also need to. You got to hold. You got to be able to get to bases safely, even if it means not taking the extra base. The 1-2 coming. The pitch. He goes inside, ball 2, and it's a 2-2 count. We're now 8 away from 200. Natitude Express Curly dubbed the best. That is one of the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And 3 pickoffs, that is just absolutely terrible. I get your anger, Curly W Express. I get your anger. Here's the 2-2, and that is popped up foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. Contreras going over to check on it, but it gets out of play. So Beater should come in for the 9th. I believe it will be Beater. Yeah, 3 pickoffs. That's just annoying and bad. Why are we letting 3 pickoffs happen? If you're a Brewers fan tonight, you should be happy about the pickoffs. Wood's on deck, so maybe we should get James Wood up to the plate. That'd be nice. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, right field. That's a base hit to the corner. Nunez rounding second. Headed for third. Around third. He's going to try to score, and he's safe at home. No throw. And now Nunez scores from first, and Kabert Ruiz has a double here. There you go. Kabert Ruiz getting started offensively. Needed that. Been kind of quiet offensively. Finds himself getting a double. So now Nunez able to score from first, and it's now Nationals 3, Brewers nothing. So we got some 9 away from 200. Yep. I was your 92nd sub. Keep grinding. I like what you're doing here, Dub. Thank you so much. 92nd. Wow, that's 100 ago. Thank you so much to you. You were around during football season then. Thank you so much for subscribing. It looks like Sproat's going to be so Hall is going to come into the game. So it'll be 3-0 with a runner on second. Hall is going to come into the game for the Brewers for the 9th. 1 second, I'll get to the comments in a sec. We're 193. So, Dr. Delay, what's up? Good job, DN, and then Beard Drone Sports. This should be a blow, yeah. I mean, we're playing a playoff team. We're playing a team that's going to be in the playoffs this year. We're competing with them. The Nationals, Curly W Express, are third in the league in runs scored right now, behind only the Dodgers and the Astros. That could be the World Series this year. And then there's us. The Nationals are in third place. Sure, our bullpen isn't that good, but we're scoring runs. We weren't doing that last year. The Nationals just weren't doing that. They weren't. They were probably last in runs, I'll bet. We'll take a look. I know it's early, but that's just a little thing. Scoring runs. It's great. I love when hitters are able to do that, and teams are able to do that. Last year in 2025, the White Sox are last, just so you know. First is the Dodgers, then the Astros, and then us, and we're kind of close to them. In 2025, that was not the case. The Nationals were 20th in runs with 687. So we were not anything near what we were. Let's go Nationals. David Hartman, thank you for tuning in, David. You've been here for most of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Just think of that 2019 season. Yeah, we scored runs, and we had a good bullpen too. Maybe the bullpen wasn't the best ever, but we had bullpen arms we could trust. And this has been a good game. So now Jose Tena will pinch run here for Ruiz. He'll be a pinch runner. First pitch to Wood is low and outside in the dirt. Tena not the fastest man alive, but he'll run. He's going to run. But thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. And thank you to everyone for your nice comments. That's also very nice of you all. So D.L. Hall is going to come in 5 games. He has an OERA so far. No record or anything. He's a lefty. The pitch to Wood is low. So we'll get Sproat's line finished up in a second. I'll get it up because I don't really want to do the math because he went for a while. This will be a 2-0 here. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Is low and outside, ball 3. So Sproat went 3.2, gave up 4 hits. We don't know how many runs he has just yet. 3 walks and 3 Ks, though. 3-0, 2 outs. Bring the baby shark back. That'd be awesome. Bringing the baby shark back would be awesome. Inside, ball 4. And Wood takes a walk. So now there's runners on first and second. Excuse me, that was not the one. So I filled in the wrong box in my scorecard on accident. So now Wood's at first. Runners at first and second for Curtis Mead. I would love something like the Baby Shark to be back. Maybe bring in a new song or bring that spirit back. Coming set is Hall. The pitch to Mead. Mead takes a sinker right in there called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1, and that's outside, and it's a 1-1 count. 19 and 41. I think I get what you're trying to say. I think it was 31. We were 19-31. May 31st, 2019, 19 and 31 record. Not what you wanted to see. An inside ball 2 with a changeup. And we had spirit. We had spirit that not many other teams had. We had spirit, and we just went out, won that game. Won the entire thing. Butera's probably trying to institute that in them. The 2-1 is swung on and fouled on the right field line. It'll be a 2-2 count. This will be 2-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and this one is flied out to shallow center, and that'll be caught by the center fielder Perkins for out number 3, inning over. So now Clayton Beeter will come into the game for the 9th inning, and they got a closing video for Clayton Beeter. That's awesome. So Clayton Beeter has a closing video on Nationals TV. This is awesome. Clayton Beeter closing it video. Clayton Beeter is our closer. Clayton Beeter has a closer video. So let's do a Clayton Beeter. Time for a save situation. 31 I meant, yes. Yeah. Clayton Beeter Let's see what you got, Beater. Let's see what you can do, Clayton Beater. Ciano Perez in his inning had a strikeout, no walks. Zeros across his board. Now Clayton Beater trying for the save here in the 9th. Thank you, everybody, for helping me get to 193. We're now 7 away from 200 subs. And we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th coming up, and we now have a closer. I guess Clayton Beater's our guy. I guess Beater is the one we are calling our closing pitcher. Clay Beater. I remember when Beater was giving up runs in the 8th inning when we were losing by like 6. And now Clayton Beater's our closer. World Series is good, but I would love for us to celebrate on our field this time. Yeah, that would be awesome. The problem is, if it goes to 7, that means we have to be the higher seed in the World Series, right? So there's a lot to factor in that. But celebrating on our field, I think I would get someone else to call that just so I could somehow go to that game. Because that would be awesome to go to that game. Even if it means sitting in the absolute most nosebleed seat in the house. I would want to be at that game. I'd bring my glasses because I'd want to see the game. I'd bring my scorebook. I would bring everything. I wouldn't even get a snack. I would eat everything before so I could watch all 9 innings of that sitting in that seat. I would hold the bathroom, not anything. I am sitting for that 9 innings. If we get to the World Series, I am going to a game and sitting through that entire thing because that's going to be absolutely awesome. Clayton Beater will come out of the pen. The Nationals bullpen in the last 2 games, 6 2/3, only 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Beater's first pitch to William Contreras is high with a ball. He'll have the heart of the lineup with Contreras, Yelich, and Bowers. Bowers pinch hit for Sanchez, but here we go. Beater comes set. The 1-0 delivery. Swinging a fly ball out to deep right. Going back as Weimer at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. William Contreras goes yard here in the bottom of the 9th. So, there you go. Bottom of the 9th inning. William Contreras has a home run and being absolutely stupid around the bases, doing a celebration about every step. So he goes Oppo Taco for a home run. There's our closer, ladies and gentlemen. But it's still 3-1 game. Have the bucket beside you. Yep, I'm going to have a bucket beside me. Is Wood going to bat again? What's up? And no, he is not going to bat it. If we go to extras, which I really hope we don't go to extras, Wood would be hitting 7th. So I don't think Wood's going to hit again. No. Wood on the day is 1 for 2. He's 1 for 3. He reached on an error, got hit by a pitch, had a double, had a strikeout, and had a walk. So he's been pretty good. Now it's Yelich. Yelich will take a curveball in there. Curly W Express, we are fine. Beater has dealt with worse. 6 games, a hold, and a 2.70 ERA. He has dealt with worse. The thing about it, 194 subscribers. Thank you to that new subscriber. The 0-1 is in there, called strike 1 on the fastball. Or excuse me, it's 0-2. So it's going to be an 0-2 count. Yelich facing Beater. 333 average for Yelich, a home run, 10 RBIs, and an 8.64 OPS. The 0-2. Check swing. He went, and now the ball went out of play, or it's not out of play. The ball's still in play. Yelich around first, headed to second. They'll recover it, and Yelich is up to second on a strikeout. Christian Yelich is on second on a strikeout. Mills is saying, I don't know. I'm thinking he's saying he tipped it, but that ball got away from Mills, and Yelich started running. Mills lost it. So now Yelich is at second on a strikeout. Mills and Beater both lost it, and Mills had to go over and get it. So Mills is complaining about something here. But now there's a runner on second on a strikeout. Now he's at second with no outs, but a strikeout for Beater. So now the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Bowers. Beater sets. He delivers. Low and outside with the slider. The thing is, I'd be fine if he got to first. I mean, that's okay. But he's at second now. He's in scoring position. Not good at all. Mental errors. Yeah, exactly. Mental errors. Well, that wasn't really a mental error. That was confusion. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right center field. Going back is Weimer. And Weimer makes the catch. Yelich will stay at second. And that's out number 1. Joey Weimer makes the catch on the track. Bowers does not get it out there. And there's 1 out. So 1 out now. Almost got that one out of here. Just kept it in the ballpark. Bowers thought he had it. And then he didn't. So Weimer makes a nice catch at the track. So now it'll be Lockridge, who's 0 for 3. And Beater now has a righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch from Beater, and that's in the dirt. Ball 1 smothered by Millis. Yelich going nowhere. And the mental errors here. The mental errors are not what we want. You got Big Yelich standing at second talking to Short Nunez over there. I really want Foster to get a win this game. It's not even about the win anymore. I want Foster to have a W next to this game. With the performance he had. Here's the 1-0. In there, called strike 1 with a slider, and it's a 1-1 count. And get excited, everyone. Bottom of the 9th, 1 out, runner at second. This is baseball. Here we go. 1-1, 1 out. Beater sets. He delivers, and that one is just outside with a fastball and low. It'll be a 2-1 count. This will be 2-1, 1 out. Coming set is Beater. The 2-1 is just inside. Ball 3. Challenged by... What are you doing? That was a ball. That is a ball. And he challenged it. That is a ball. That's not a strike. It's a ball. Yep. Millis did not pick the right one to challenge. That one is a ball. It's off by 1.6. Call confirmed. That... Millis thought he had it, but he doesn't. Should be a 3-1 count. Beater has to throw a strike here. Just throw a strike. Beater sets the 3-1. Inside, ball 4, and Beater walks a man to first, and the winning run is now up to the plate in the man of Sal Frelick. But at the same time, you now have a double play ball, and Simon Matthews will come out and talk to Clayton Beater. The thing is, I know Beater knows what to do in this situation. That's the thing. There's not a lot of closers who's been shelled like he has. This dude got his butt handed to him like 7 times last season. He can handle this. He can handle the mental pressures. He has been beat down to a pulp to get to this situation. He can handle this, and I know he can. You got this, Clayton Beater. I believe in you. The Nats fans believe in you. Let's do this, Beater. It'll be Sal Frelick and then Mitchell if he comes up. But for now, it's Frelick. Frelick, Mitchell, and Ortiz are the next 3 hitters. Get him out yet? I don't know. Who would we bring in? Lord's already pitched. Realistically, Cole Henry. But Beater put himself in this situation. I think he can get himself out of it. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. The Nats no longer have any challenges. But that's my thing. We don't have anyone we can put in now. We are out of pitchers. We are fresh out. Beater sets. The 1-0. Swinging a foul back, and it'll be a 1-1. Yeah, realistically, Curly W's best. Who are we bringing in? Double play. Yep. And, oh, no. PJ Pullen's warming up. Oh, boy. PJ Pullen is now warming up. Oh, boy. At least we have Beater on the mound. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, but foul. Do not throw him the inside slider again because he just demolished that one. So to be 1-2 now. 1-2, 1 out. Remember, no spoilers in the chat, everyone. ESPN is just a little ahead of me. Just no spoilers. Let me and everyone enjoy the game. And let yourself enjoy the game. Here's the 1-2. Just high. They don't have a challenge. That was in the zone, and we don't have a challenge. Millis wanted to challenge it. We don't have any left. That was there. that was there, so there. And they don't get it. Now 2-2, 1 out. The pitch. Called! Strike 3. On the low and outside corner. There you go, Nats fans. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now, here we go. It's going to be Mitchell to hit. This is Garrett Mitchell, 281, a home run, 13 RBIs with 2 outs in the 9th. Beater sets. A lefty-righty matchup, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul down the left field line out of play, and it'll be 0-1. Beater sets. The 0-1 coming, the pitch. High and outside, ball 1 with a fastball. Okay, yeah. I don't think we have anyone to go to. If this goes south, Beater's got to be our guy. I know we can. 1 run is not that bad. I know Beater can get out of this. Let's go, Clayton Beater. Beater sets. The 1-1. He turns around, takes a look at the runner at second for his first move. Now he gets a lot of boos, but, I mean, I get it. Hold on the runners. This is still a baseball game. The tying run is still at first base. Here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2 with a fastball, and it's a 2-1 count. 2-1, 2 outs. It'll be a 2-1 pitch coming to Garrett Mitchell. The pitch. Gets away from the catcher, Millis. Both runners will move up a bag, and it's a wild pitch. Millis kept it in front of him, though. But each man will move up a bag. So now the winning run, the tying run is in scoring position at second base in Lockridge. So it was a ball that spiked early, and Millis just kept it in front of him, kept it down the third baseline. I think that was the best thing he could do with it. We just put it down the third base line. Now he's behind in the count. Are they going to walk him? They walked Garrett Mitchell. So there's an intentional walk here to get to Joey Ortiz with the bases loaded. And Millis will come out and talk to Clayton Beater. So the bases are loaded for Joey Ortiz, who's 1 for 3. Now you're not even thinking strikeout, just any out. Anything works. Blake Butera has not shown any emotion, though. The most signs of emotion he showed was him sending Ruiz. He did this and said, send Ruiz out. That's the only thing he's done emotionally so far. And that's not even emotion. It'll be Joey Ortiz with 2 outs and the bases loaded. They're chanting Joey in the stadium. But I'm chanting in my head Clayton, because I know Beater can get out of this. Coming sets Beater. The pitch. High ball 1 with a fastball to Ortiz. Got to throw a strike, Beater. You cannot walk in a run here, though. Joey Ortiz hitting 250. Pressure, yeah. Pressure. It's April and it feels like the playoffs. I love baseball. Coming sets Beater. The 1-0. In there, called strike 1 with a fastball, and it's a 1-1 count. 1-1, 2 outs now. Wood, the designated hitter, sits on the bench. I feel like you should put him in the field, but Weimer's been a good glove. Young's been a good glove, and Lyle's a decent glove. The 1-1. Swing and a chopper right back to Beater. Beater goes to first with it. In time for the out. And the Nationals will take the win. Despite the absolute pressure in the 9th, Clayton Beater grabs a save here in the 9th inning, and the Nationals manage a win here in in Milwaukee. It probably would have been easier in DC. The Nationals get the win. Foster Griffin satisfies the win, and the Nationals take this one by a score of 3-2. 2-1. What a game. So now I got to start thinking about redirect, but now to the postgame. Foster Griffin. What a game. Foster Griffin, 5 1/3, 1 hit, 3 walks. In that inning, 1 hit. So 2 hits. 2 hits. 2 hits. 1 run, and it was a home run. And William Contreras made sure we knew it was a home run. What a game, though. What a game. Absolutely amazing game. So I'm going to keep this up so I can read the chat. I do this. Curly W. Yes, Curly W in the books. Wow. The Nationals, you gave me some stress in that 9th inning, but you got the win. The bullpen did its job. Clayton Beeter, as much as he didn't do the exact perfect path, Clayton Beeter did his job. He got the save. What more can we ask for? He got the save. Maybe a scoreless save, but he got the save. He got the save. Excuse me a moment here. So Clayton Beeter's being the one interviewed, but wow. Kind of a stressful situation at the end, but he got through it. So now we're going to think about our redirect. I think I've got our destination up here. We got Fitzy. We're going to head to Thomas Fitzpatrick here. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in today. There's your redirect link, but thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me today. A good game. Beeter got the save, and that's what we needed. Wood had his 2 RBIs, and then Ruiz got back to it offensively. Everything seemed to start going right at the end. We got a run late in the game, and we're still scoring, and that's a good thing. We scored on a tough team, and we took the series no matter how tomorrow goes. The Nationals took a series from Milwaukee. Thank you so much. There you go. There is your redirect link. I will see you all soon. Be sure to head over to Fitzy. Tell him I sent you. I will see you all later. Thank you so much. We'll be back next weekend with more Washington Nationals baseball. That's going to be our next stream. Nationals baseball. And just a quick word here. Paul Skeens is pitching against us this week. Take that as you want it, but Skeens is pitching against us. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'll see you next weekend, everybody, on District Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in, and especially all our new subscribers. And Dan Strong, let's go Nats win. Let's go. Pressure creates diamonds. Oh, yeah, from David Hartman. And Curly W Express, pressure creates diamonds. And GG from Pure Drawn to Sports. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you all soon.